1 o'clock as they like to receive. There is Muskie apparel on sale in front of the concession stand. Sizes are adult medium and adult extra larges. There is also John Glenn hats for sale as well. Muskie apparel for sale in front of the concession stand. Sizes adult male and adult extra large, as well as John Glenn hats. Game ball sponsors for tonight's game. The Muskies Valley Health Center is proud to sponsor, be a proud sponsor of local athletes and is committed to providing quality, affordable health care to southeastern Ohio. Good luck, Muskies. Also sponsoring the game ball tonight is Century National Bank. We're grateful for the opportunity to support local groups and events. Being there for people who work hard to strengthen our community is part of who we are and our commitment to you. Good luck tonight, Muskies.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of the high school football season from McConagha Stadium tonight. It is another backyard rivalry here on 107.9. The Cambridge Bobcats invading McConagha Stadium take on the John Glenn Little Muskies. Bill Kafuri, Dave Davidson in the press box tonight to give you all the action. Dave, what do you call perfect night for football?
Perfect night, great weather, great temperature. Both of these two teams want to get running games going somewhere along the line. Both teams were very weak in that department a week ago. So one thing we do know tonight, Bill, is that one of these two teams is going to come away with at least 2 points tonight, and they're going to get the goose eggs off the scoreboard from last week.
Somebody's got to score, somebody's got to win, right? Both
Yes.
teams last week shut out the Muskies 14-0 against Meadowbrook. The Bobcats hometown losers to Indian Creek 27-0. So both coaches, and you know the old adage is you make the most progress from week 1 to week 2. We're going to find out tonight if that holds true.
Yeah, you talked to the coaches here this evening. I talked earlier this week, Mitch Bendel with the defense. Felt like that, you know, a lot of the returners on defense on the John Glenn side, that, you know, he felt like they played a pretty decent game defensively against a pretty potent Meadowbrook offense. They weren't, I don't think, too worried about that, but both, certainly what we do know is that both offensive lines have got to make some great strides here in week 2.
Yeah, tonight's game is obviously being streamed live on YRP TV, and also you can catch it on Facebook at yourradioplace.com. If you want to get a little video to go along with the audio tonight, we are experiencing some audio problems on the radio side. We'll be in and out, but we'll take care of that and be with you there as we can as much tonight. But we're going to step out for a moment there, get a couple of bills paid, come back and take a look at tonight's starting lineups right after these messages.
ABC Sports presents Cambridge versus John Glenn High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by General Wholesale, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, The Rogers Company, Theo's Restaurant, and Surgent Construction. Tonight's game continues after this.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's Restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's Restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
Back at McConagha Stadium, at least on the streaming video side, as we take care of some technical difficulties on the radio side. Tonight's pregame brought to you by AVC Technical Services. Need a new website or assistant with your social media advertising? Put AVC Technical Services to work for you. Great night for football. Both teams come in 0-1 after 1 week of the season, both looking to score and pick up that first win. And I talked to both head coaches before the game a little bit, and both are pretty positive about their chances this week. They think this is a good opportunity, good week of practice. They've made the necessary adjustments and hopefully get off to a good start. I mean, mistakes can kill you, but, on the part of the Muskies last week, they came up, Dave, with 5 turnovers, but couldn't convert any of those into points.
And I don't think any of their drives went inside the red zone inside the 20-yard line. They were able to move the ball at times in sporadic periods between the 20s, but getting any threat of scoring opportunities. There was a few drop balls. Evan Williams was not quite as accurate as what we're accustomed to seeing him being from last year, but for the most part, there's just some tweaking, I think, maybe with timing. And, of course, I'm telling you what, I don't know what it's like, thank goodness, when you go through a knee surgery like that, like Evan Williams did, actually 2 of them, you can certainly there's a lot of mental sort of things to overcome as well from that. And then I know on the Cambridge side, from what I know of the game there too, they just had some really just fundamental, basic, just starting the plays with snaps, those kind of things, which sometimes is, typical of a first week performance. So obviously they've got, maybe a little bit more ground level things maybe to take care of business. But they need their certainly minus 17 yards rushing is not going to be what's going to help them tonight.
Bobcats had their struggles a week ago with snaps, penalties as they became frustrated as the game went on. Penalties became a factor as well, and hopefully tonight that's something that they can take care of, and we can have a classic matchup between these two rivals as the Bobcats won the toss tonight, and they want the ball first. And that means Cambridge's offense, with a couple of tweaks, is going to be on the field first tonight. Colin Conte going to be on that line along with Mason Ogle, Angelo Rocky, Brock Valentine, and Luke Steen getting the start up front tonight. Cody Moore, junior quarterback, getting his second start of the season there. And Trayvon Jeffrey, the senior running back, coming off a knee injury last year that he suffered, I believe, against John Glenn early in the season that put him out for most of that season. He's back and healthy and ready to get on track. On the outside, Devontae Best, David Moore, Braden Bunnell, Carson Snyder among some of the receivers, along with Latrell Payton that you're going to see on the offensive side from the Bobcats tonight. Defensively, for the 3-4 look defense of the Muskies, Ben Judd, Landon Baker, and J.D. Gurman up front for the front three. Josh Connor, Anthony Perkins, Blaze Baker, and Brady Emerson, the linebackers for the Muskies tonight. Reese Perkins, Blade Barkley, Hayden Glob, and Score Perkins, the deep 4 on the defensive side, as the Muskies get to be home for the first time this season, defending the home turf, so to speak. Again, tonight's pregame brought to you by AVC Technical Services. Check them out for your new website or assistance with your social media. Also, Nash Icon tonight doing the radio force, 107.9. A lot of our commercials tonight. We'll plug a few of those from West 40 Auto Sales, Schaefer Insurance Company, Francis's Family Restaurant, Zimba Incorporated, Teresa's Force and Gifts, Zane State College, among a few. And we'll be busy with those tonight. We encourage you to check out our local sponsors. They keep these games on the air all season long. All kickoff tonight brought to you by Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge, and all of our first downs sponsored by WB Green Insurance. That's another first down by WB Green. We're going to step out one more time. We should be back with the opening kickoff right after a few more messages. Be back right after this.
Don't switch it yet. I'll switch.
Starting tonight on defense, the Little Muskies. At defensive line, number 23, Jerry Scott. Defensive lineman, number 68, Brandon Baker. Defensive lineman, number 50, Steve Nervin. Inside linebacker, number 19, Anthony Perkins. Inside linebacker, number 57, Blake Baker.
Stadium Bill Fury and Dave Davidson here tonight. Adam Green and company with the streaming video, and hopefully on the radio side, we're trying to get all of our issues taken care of. I believe we might have that done now, Dave. I don't know.
I think we do.
I didn't know you were an on-site engineer.
Well, part-time, yeah.
Part-time?
Unfortunately, a jack of all trades, master of none, apparently. We're about set here for kickoff, though, BK, and both of these teams. Cambridge wants the ball first. Obviously, they want to establish, the line of scrimmage and get those talented running backs, Jeffrey and Peyton, off to a good start here in this one. But John Glenn's defense, they're bringing back, an experienced defense from a year ago, a 3-4 set. Most of those, all but one of those guys up front in that 3-4 are returners. That linebacking core is very, very good. So the offensive line's got its work cut out for
Well, that's the other thing. John Glenn lost a lot of guys to graduation, but they got a ton of seniors on this team still, and and seniors that have played for several years. So there's a lot of experience out there for the maroon and white.
The down three for John Glenn: Ben Judd, 210-pound senior; J.D. German at 270, and Blandon Baker, the freshman, is going to get a start tonight. BK, 335-pounder, will be at nose tackle.
Think he might plug up the middle a little?
Whoa, he'll stop that up. Brady Emerson, Blaze Baker, Anthony Perkins, and Josh Connor. Three of those guys returners from last year. And then the secondary, which is a little bit younger, Reese Perkins and Score Perkins on the outsides with safeties Blade Barkley, son of Brad Barkley, the assistant coach, and Hayden Glob, who had a nice an interception and a nice defensive game last week.
This kickoff brought to you by Valentine Insurance. Score Perkins going to get things started for us as he kicks east to west for the Muskies to get it started. And he approaches high, end-over-end kick that's going to drive the Bobcats well into the end zone. And having a weapon like that on your team is so valuable that the Cats will not get a return. They'll start this position at their own 20-yard line.
Well, that's something that didn't happen last year, and obviously that's an area where Score has greatly improved. Last week, BK, in the opening kickoff, he was 9.5 yards deep in the end zone with his opening kick. So obviously he's that young man has strengthened that leg here in 2019.
Bobcats come onto the field and not the wing tee look we saw so much of last week. Instead, the Cats tonight into a more, I guess now you call it traditional, wide out set out of the shotgun. And they'll shift. Caden Kenworthy shifts off to the right. Trayvon Jeffrey off to the right of Cody Moore in the backfield. Motion, Latrell Peyton comes across, takes the handoff out across the 20, 25, 30, pops it into the secondary. That'll be a Bobcat first down. And Dave, it took the Bobcats 2.5 quarters last week to pick up a first down. Tonight, they get it on play one.
That was serious. Anthony Perkins, the linebacker, held on for dear life and fortunately gets him by the jersey, or else that's 6 points.
Bobcats right to the line, looking to the sidelines. David Moore, the tight end, to the left. Two receivers wide to the right. Peyton in the slot. Again, the Cats make a shift and motion, and the ball loose on the ground. The Muskies say they have it. Do the officials agree? They do. So one good play and a misfire on the part of the Bobcats. I didn't see who came up with that ball. But the Muskies are going to be in great field position here at the Cambridge 40-yard line.
Boy, unbelievable. Again, still snap problems here for Cambridge, and only on the second play from scrimmage after having such a positive play on their first play.
The Cats shifted, and out of that shift, the center snapped the ball while they were still shifting. So there was a miscommunication there. Evan Williams brings his offense on the field in great field position at the Bobcat 40-yard line. 1st and 10 out of the pistol. takes the snap, looks out into the right flat, has a man out in that right flat. That's Barkley. He'll haul it in, take it down to about the 36-yard line before the Bobcat defense converges on him. A positive gain of almost 5 yards on that first down play. Bobcats up front, a 4-man front, and they'll shift as the offense goes to a 3-by-1 set. 3 wides to the left. Williams checks out the defense, makes an adjustment, calls for the snap. He'll run the option pitch to the left side. That's kicked out to Josh Connor. He has the corner and up the left sideline, 20-yard line, and dives out of bounds inside the 20 for a Muskie first down at the 15-yard line. And the Muskies got to the edge very efficiently that time. Big yardage, and now down in the red zone, someplace they couldn't get a week ago.
That's exactly right. Good blocking by the receiving core on that edge on the left side to seal it.
3 wide to the right, handoff straight ahead. Connor pounds it in the middle. Mason Ogle will drag him down after a gain of about 3. Muskies certainly in 4-down territory here, but they've got the tempo rolling right now. They're heading up to the line of scrimmage and ready to roll. Connor offsets to the right side. Williams calls for the snap. He'll roll right. Looking, flips it in the slot, has it completed, and quickly tackled. That's Hayden Glaub, and he'll have it inside the 5 at the 4. Make that another Muskie first down. All first downs brought to you by WB Green Insurance tonight. Second one of this drive, and back to the line and ready to go. Connor straight ahead. No blocking off the left side, and he ran to 3 or 4 Bobcat defenders. Caden Whaley among them. And he'll have maybe a gain of a half yard on the play. Play number 6 of this drive coming up as the Muskies exchange a couple of wideouts.
Great job up front there, BK, by Mason Ogle and Brock Valentine up front to bottle up the middle.
Back in the backfield, Anthony Perkins, and he'll take the snap, lower his shoulder, go straight ahead, run into a couple of Bobcats at the 1-yard line, and be stood up there and thrown back. Devontae Best coming in to try to get the stop there, give him 3, and it will be 3rd and goal for the Muskies.
Well, we saw that about a half a dozen times last week in various situations. 3rd and short, 4th and short, mostly where you see Anthony Perkins come in, take the snap, and it's quarterback run.
And he steps out now. Williams back in with Connor behind him. 3rd and short, straight ahead to Connor into the middle of that defense, and the Bobcat defense equal to the task there. Give up maybe a half a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal. And the Muskies bring Anthony Perkins back in the game, and they will quickly line up and go after it on 4th and goal. So the Muskies, with a good kicker in the house, they're going to go for the touchdown. Perkins has a couple of blockers on either side of him. He'll hand it off this time. Emerson trying to take it wide left. He will for the touchdown. Brady Emerson, the sweep to the left side. He'll get in easily. And the Muskies put the first points of the night and the year on the board.
Well, between the tackles, the last 2 or 3 plays was bottled up well by the Bobcat defense, and once you kind of bait them into the center of the line, and when you're inside the 1-yard line, you have to just take your chances on the outside a little bit there, and Emerson's got more than enough speed. Good seal on the outside left.
Score Perkins on for the extra point attempt. Reese Perkins on the hole, and the tee is set on the ground. Bad snap. Perkins has to pick it up and run it around the right end. He's going to take it to the corner of the end zone, and 2 points tacked on. With that, at the 8:44 mark, the Muskies lead the Bobcats 8-0. We'll be back right after this.
Picking off the low Muskies will be score Perkins, number 7, back to receive for the Bobcats. Number 3, Katie Whaley. And number 15, Devontae Best.
Back at McConagha Stadium, 8-0. Muskies taking advantage of a Bobcat mistake, something that Coach Lowry talked about in the pregame, trying to eliminate mistakes. And after a positive play, the Bobcats put it on the ground. The Muskies come up with it. And then they come right back with the onside kick, and it does not go the required 10 yards. The Bobcats were entirely fooled as the Muskies lined up on that WB Green, or checked that Valentine Insurance kickoff. WB Green's the first down tonight. We're going to have problems with that. I guarantee you.
We got some things to keep track of here, buddy.
Oh, my.
We got some players of the game. We'll have our Credo's Pizza Bobcat player of the game. We've got Wally's Pizza and Subs Muskie player of the game later on in our postgame report tonight. And thanks to all of our ABC Sports sponsors here with Adam Green and Cam Summers doing a nice job with the all the webcast videos you're watching as well on the video side.
The Muskies certainly had the Bobcats on their heels with that onside kick attempt, but since it didn't go, they had it surrounded. But it did not go the 10-yard required distance. And now they'll have to back up and kick again. And the Cats will make an adjustment. So now Perkins not likely to get this one into the end zone. Whaley back deep along with Devontae Best.
I was a little surprised. I thought that would be a penalty that they would be able to decline.
Yeah.
And take it at the 40 and take it at the 49-yard line. I don't know if that was an option or not.
No, obviously not. I think you'd want the ball right there.
Sure.
So Perkins will once again try the Valentine Insurance kickoff. Got it right that time. He will approach high, end over end, driving Whaley back inside the 5. Still got it in the end zone. Talk about a huge leg by Score Perkins, and even with the 5-yard penalty, when you have that kind of weapon, I suppose you can take chances like that and know that you can still recover from it. So the Bobcats will once again start a drive from their own 20-yard line.
Yep, super kickoff. Now Cambridge has got to settle down here right now and just forget the score at the moment, forget the past mistake. They've just got to be able to do things fundamentally here and get snaps back to the quarterback and just execute basic football here.
3 wides, handoff straight ahead. Trayvon Jeffrey will take it out across the 20. He'll try the middle of that defense and pick up a couple of positive yards there before he's pulled down by Ben Judd. Second down, call it 8 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers wide right. Braden Bennell split wide to the left. Again, Jeffrey off the right side, lowers his shoulder and runs right in to the strength of that defense again. He'll pick up maybe 2 more. Score Perkins on that stop for the Muskies. 3rd and 6. Bobcats looking to the sideline for the play, not making any substitutions offensively. Defense holding its ground as well. Jeffrey, 2 carries. Now a change as Roman Jeffrey steps into the lineup, and the Cats will go a 2-by-1 set. Twin to the left. Jeffrey deep. More quick throw out into the right flat and over the head of his intended receiver, Devontae Best. And the Bobcats will go 3 and out here. So punting from their own 24-yard line. This was a problem for them a week ago, trying to get the snap taken care of. Hayden Glau back deep with Reese Perkins to return the punt. Cody Moore, the Bobcat quarterback, is the kicker.
Number 11, Cody Moore.
Bad snap, bounces. Moore will get it. Left foot kicks it away. A nice spiral that drives Perkins all the way back inside his own 30. He'll chase it down inside the 10. Pick it up at the 9, trying to get to the right sideline. And he will get out over the 15 to the 18-yard line. And Cody Moore with a bomb off that left foot. And the Muskies are going to be backed up, and we have a little laundry on the field out near the 40-yard line. We'll check that flag.
That was a great recovery by Cody Moore after another bad snap. 65 yards on the punt with the bounce. And then Reese Perkins with that 7-yard return. We'll see sort out the penalty flag here. Something going down the field, you can almost bet it's against John Glenn.
Yeah, somebody reaching out. And of course, the guys blocking had no idea the punt probably went quite as far as it did. Perkins was on his horse chasing it down all the way back inside the 10-yard line. And officials trying to sort out where the ball will be spotted. And here comes the call.
Off in the back, kicking team, number 4, 10-yard penalty, touchdown.
Against the
An
kicking
illegal
team?
block in the back on the kicking team. And Coach Lowry's out there asking for some clarification.
That is interesting.
The
I don't
kicking
recall
team-
that I've seen that.
Well, I'm not sure that's the correct call. But they're going
I'm
to
as surprised as you are,
They're
Bill,
going to
I'm telling
mark
you.
10 yards off
From the end of the return.
to the end of the return. So the Muskies
my.
are going to have it at their own 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Williams in a quarterback. Josh Connor behind him. He'll flip it out in the right flat. Complete out there to Score Perkins. He'll get it out to the 30-yard line before Caden Kenworthy chases him down, along with Trayvon Jeffrey. Short gain on the play, about 3-yarder. And the Muskies back to the line and ready to go again. Connor straight ahead, had a good hold there, plowed it through 2 defenders, got it out to about the 34. Aiden Burth-Jones on the stop along with Cooper Conte. And it will be 3rd and a long 2 for the Muskies. Quick flip. Emerson on the left side got to the flat and more up to the 40, 45 and run out of bounds near the 50-yard line. Brady Emerson using that speed to get to the edge. Caden Whaley made sure he got knocked out of bounds. That 1st down brought to you by WB Green Insurance. 1st and 10 from the 50. Bobcat 49 actually. And they'll run the same play right side. Emerson gets to the edge, 50, 45. Down to the 40, finally spun down. One guy left to beat that time, Logan Mobilini. Able to spin him down as Emerson was off to the races, picked up 15 and another WB Green 1st down.
Obviously right now, John Glenn finding a lot of success here, Bill, outside the tackles with a lot of green real estate out there for them, and they're going to continue quick tempo.
2 defensive tackles for the Cats, pretty big inside. Williams passes it out in the right flat, completed to Score Perkins out there, and he got by 1 tackler, but then Mobilini came in and cleaned him up. Pretty good hit there by Mobilini, but give Perkins a lot of credit. He held on, picked up about 8 yards on that reception. And the Muskies down near the red zone once again, leading 8-0. 5:50 left here in the opening period. Muskies on the hurry up. Play action, flip into the left flat. And that's completed, and a flag comes in. Completed by Colt Emerson, Colt Emerson out there, and he got a pop right at the 1st down marker. And this might be a hold on the outside on the Muskies, I believe, is the preliminary call. We'll see. Indeed, that's going to be the case. The Muskies are going to back up a little bit here and replay that 2nd down. Nobody can hide out there. They give your number at every level now. Jalen Driver, the guilty party. They're going to say it on the field. I guess we can too, right?
Yes. Driver just got caught with that arm extended out there with a little hook action.
2nd and 10 after that penalty. Perkins comes across, score all the way across from the right to the left, rolling to the right. Williams fires it out there, has Reese Perkins one-on-one coverage. He'll make the catch and be stacked up near the 27-yard line. David Moore for the Bobcats out there in coverage and just held on for dear life. And that will give the Muskies a 3rd down and about 3. Certainly within Score Perkins' range here if you're thinking of a field goal, but the Muskies getting some chunks of yardage. They may be thinking 6 points all the way.
I think most of the time here, Coach Matt Edwards is going to look to make it 4 down territory for the most part, unless it's a really long yardage situation.
2 wide set. Score Perkins in motion right to left. Handoff straight ahead. Connor off the left side. Stacked up. Cole Mobilini first contact, and that looked like that goal line stand as they came up just short. Got a couple of yards, but the Muskies need one more to continue this drive, and they'll bring in that short yardage offense again. Yes, they will. There's Anthony Perkins in at quarterback along with Brady Emerson. Fourth, call it a long yard. Fake to Emerson, straight ahead goes Perkins, and he'll lower his shoulders. Let's see where the spot is as the line judges come in, and with that spot, I think he'll have it by about a yard, giving 2 on that carry. And another first down brought to you by WB Green. 5th first down of the night for the Muskies. That extends their second drive, looking for points for a second consecutive time. Williams back at the quarterback. Again, Perkins in motion right to left. Williams will look that way, then comes back to the right. Reese Perkins on the post, has it, 6 points. Williams to Reese Perkins, and at 6'3", he makes a nice target. He cut to the middle, and from 23 yards out, the Muskies extend their lead now 14-0.
Well, good protection to get up front in the passing game, and for the most part, you know, Evan Williams has got his timing right now. You can see at least from last week is much better than it was a week ago. He's getting the ball out quickly and has not been under a lot of duress back there when he's thrown. He's now 6 for 6 and finds Reese Perkins, who was the leading receiver last week.
Score Perkins on for the extra point attempt. Good snap this time. Reese gets it down. Perkins gets it up. Score, that is, and that one is no good. Looked good, but from our angle, it went a little bit to the right, and the Muskies lead it 14-0 with 4:39 left here in the opening period. We'll be back right after these messages.
Back to receive for the Bobcats, number 15, Devontae Best, and number 3, Jason Whaley. Back kicking off for the Little Muskies will be number 7, scorer, Perkins.
Back at McConagha Stadium, 14-0. Nash Icon scoreboard update. The Score Perkins back on for another Valentine Insurance kickoff. Tried an onside kick last time, then he kicked it in the end zone. He'll approach this one and boom it deep and back into the end zone again. Caden Whaley will chase it down, but the Bobcats, for the third time tonight, will start a drive from their own 20-yard line. And the Muskies clicking on all cylinders. Certainly a lot of improvement from last week to this week, passing game and running game.
The offensive line right now is doing the job up front for the most part. Really, Bobcats defense, I'm guessing from what I've heard from last week, Bill, they've been put in some really tough spots again already here in the first quarter like they were in the entire game last week. They're actually doing fairly well defensively, but this offense has got to move the ball and change field position here at least.
Cody Moore brings the offense on, fakes it to Trayvon Jeffrey, keeps it himself, and is going to lose yardage right into the middle of that defense. There was nothing going on there. Anthony Perkins on the first hit. No gain on the play. And the Cats facing second and long. 3 wide set, 2 backs in the backfield. Moore will take the snap, flips it out in the right flat, has a man in and out of the hand of his intended receiver. Devontae Best had it, and then he got popped and separated from the ball.
Yeah, that was linebacker, I think, Blaze Baker, 220-pound senior, Bill, that popped the receiver over the middle. And that's one that legitimately, that's one you've got to quickly come out here and catch with your hands and tuck it in quickly. I think he let it come toward his body a little bit there, and that allowed another little extra time to get popped.
Yeah, he had to jump for it, and that extended him a little bit. So 3rd and long, Moore rolls to his right, has a man, Best again. will haul it in out near the 25, but that's going to be well short of the first down. So the Cats run out of downs again on that third down reception. And with 4:03 left, they'll be forced to punt the ball away. So the Cats have fumbled in their opening possession and now punted 2 consecutive times. And back again to Reese Perkins and Hayden Glob. And Moore he launched a bomb last time off a bad snap, gets a good snap here off to his left, steps into it. This will be a floater that bounces at about the 45-yard line, and then a Muskie bounce, and will die at the John Glenn 43-yard line. So both returners had backed up quite a bit more, expecting another boomer. They didn't get it, but they will get the ball, leading 14-0 at their own 42.
33-yard punt there for Cody Moore. And right now this Bobcat defense, although already they've got to be thinking that, that they're a little bit on the exhausted side already here in the first quarter. They've got to somehow find a way to thwart this Muskie offense from getting a first down and change this field position here.
Muskies have had an 8-play and a 9-play drive so far, and back on the field again, handoff straight ahead, popping it through into the secondary. And that is Joe Wellmeyer, or Noah Wellmeyer, in for the first time tonight. And he picked up 9 on that first down carry and stays in there at the tailback spot. Back to pass, Williams. He'll launch it deep down the middle. Have a man again. Reese Perkins hauls it in inside the 30, inside the Bobcat 25, and then takes it down to about the 18-yard line. A huge pass play as they're finding that post down the middle. And another WB Green first down. And the Muskies in that quick rhythm again. Back to the line of scrimmage at the Cambridge 18-yard line. Wellmeyer off the right side has a seam and takes it inside the 15 to the 14 before Trayvon Jeffrey drags him down. Give him a gain of about 4 on that first down carry. The Muskies off and running here in the first quarter tonight, leading 14-0, looking for more. Wellmeyer in the pistol set, motion across the field, goes Barkley. Wellmeyer straight ahead, pops it to the corner inside the 10 before he's finally brought down by Mobilini. Logan Mobilini on the stop, the safety, but that is enough for another WB Green first down and first and goal now for the Muskies at the Cambridge 7-yard line. Williams. Wellmeyer offset to his left. He'll pitch it to him there, trying to get to the corner. Stumbles a little bit. And a good defensive play made by the Bobcats. Case Wilson, who made sure that he stayed down. No gain on the play. And it will be second down and goal.
Yeah, good penetration there by Case, as you said, BK. And the front four for Cambridge is really doing a fair job, but John Glenn is just getting the ball out of their hands that quickly.
Emerson into the backfield, back to pass. Williams fires it on the slant and over the hands of his intended receiver, Hayden Glob. Is just a little high, and he looked like he didn't really want to extend because he did take a pop. And that one falls incomplete. Now third and goal with 2:11 left. And the clock stopped in this first period.
Probably nobody happier with that incompletion than the Bobcat defense. They actually get about an extra 15 seconds or here to catch a breath.
Emerson in the pistol behind Williams. Reese Perkins split wide to the right. He'll be at the lone receiver that side with motion to the left. Rolling that way, Williams looking for him, fires it in the corner. Pulled in by Perkins, but he had to come back for it. And when he did, Devontae Best ran him out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. So the completion is there, but not enough for the touchdown. And let's see what the Muskies elect to do here on fourth and goal. Here comes Connor and Evan Williams into the ball game. And they'll go for it again on fourth down and goal to go from the 4-yard line. Emerson offset to the left, Connor to the right. Perkins takes the snap, fakes it. Now the quarterback sweep to the left side. The Bobcats are going to chase him down and stack him up short of the goal line. Caden Whaley on the first hit, and the Muskies elected to go for it and came up empty that time, leading 14-0 with a minute 58 to go. Does this first quarter seem like it's been a really long quarter?
It seems like it has, but John Glenn has run off a bunch of plays already in this first period. Only one first down. That was on the very first play from scrimmage for Cambridge on the other side. But, again, I know at the accuracy of Score's leg, he's obviously got a powerful leg, but John Glenn's not that confident with the accuracy.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised they didn't give him another chance there for the 3 points, having missed the field goal or the extra point opportunity, get his psyche back on track.
It would have been a good time to do it, but I know with a 14-point lead, they're figuring they got a 2-touchdown lead, and Cambridge is going to be 96 yards away from the goal. Why not?
Yeah, snap back into the backfield, hand off to Jeffrey. He'll battle his way back to the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard as this drive started at the Cambridge 4. Jeffrey takes a pound and gets it out to the 5. Other than that first running play the Bobcats had where they got to the edge, they really haven't been able to do much.
Yeah, 2 yards, and 1 now for Jeffrey, only 5 yards on 3 carries, and they somehow got to get outside the tackles.
Hand off again, Jeffrey straight ahead and into the middle of that defense. There's just nothing there. And who's in the middle of the defense? Landon Baker is one that we know, but there's a lot of help in there with Blaze Baker, Anthony Perkins and company stepping up and shutting it down. J.D. Gurman. And now Blandon will take a break, and it's 3rd and 9 for the Bobcats. Cats out of the shadow of their own goalpost, coming up on the 1-minute mark of this period. This whole half or this whole quarter has been played in the Bobcat half of the field.
All but about one play.
Moore takes the snap. He'll follow his running back through the hole and maybe gain a yard. The Bobcats elected to be conservative on that play, and maybe rightly so. They are going to have to punt it away, though, from their own end zone. Facing 4th down and about 7. Last 30 seconds of the period, it's been all Muskies here. In the first period, leading 14-0.
Well, again, for the most part, it's a steady dive, really, for both teams. The running game's really just not all that effective, especially for Cambridge, but really both teams only with a couple of big runs for John Glenn on that side.
Moore back to punt. Good snap. Gets into it. Low floater that hits at the 40. Takes a bounce. Reese Perkins picks it up. Breaks one tackle up the right sideline. 45 and inside the Bobcat 40 for Reese Perkins. He just shrugged off one would-be tackler, and that'll be the final play of this first period. And John Glenn not only getting points on the board, but leading at the end of one now, 14-0. We'll be back with the second quarter play here from McConagha Stadium right after these messages and this score tracker.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round and be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge.
All right, Dave Davidson, Bill Kafuri back for the start of the second quarter. 14-0 John Glenn over Cambridge. Thanks to Adam Green and Cam Summers here taking care of our webcast video. And all the boys back in Nash Icon control. Snap to Anthony Perkins on 1st down and 10. The first play of this drive after the punt by Cambridge. No gain for Perkins. Again, nice job, EK, by the Cambridge Bobcat defense. And really the front four certainly doing their part on the defensive side tonight.
Yeah, David Moore, Case Wilson there again. And Bobcats, as you said, have been pretty good against the run between the tackles. It's that quick pitch to the outside, and certainly Evan Williams is passing tonight. He's been on the money.
Williams is 8 of 9 passing in the game so far. He's back in a quarterback from the pistol. 2nd and 10 from the Cat 39. 3 receivers left. Quick screen to the right side. Score Perkins got it. 25, 30, or 35 rather. Inside the 30. Ball's popped loose, but it goes right back to Owen Ively, the right tackle for John Glenn as he recovers it a yard short of the first down. A gain of 9 on that pass play to score Perkins. Perkins got popped last week by a Meadowbrook defense and coughed up the football and nearly cost John Glenn another turnover.
Yeah, it's a couple of shots he's taken tonight. He had the first down if he'd held on to the ball, but it went backwards. So 3rd and short.
And in motion now across the formation is Glob, and they'll hand it off straight ahead. Emerson will have the first down, and that pile of maroon and white offensive linemen will shove the pile another few yards ahead, a gain of about 5 on that run by Emerson to the Cats' 24-yard line. Clock will stop as they move the chains with 10:44 to play in this first half. 14-0 John Glenn, and possibly looking for a third score. Cambridge has really got to muster up the defense here and hold them once again. They've been put in a very tough situation again with John Glenn starting at their end of the field. Quick pitch again right side. This is Emerson. Has some space inside the 20 to the 15. Scampers toward the sideline. Tiptoes it to the 11, maybe to the 10 before he's shoved out of bounds. Nice pursuit out there, but a little bit late by the Cats defense this time. And Cole Mobilini, the 200-pound senior, knocked him out.
Cooper Conte chased him down inside out, but just didn't keep the edge that time. Emerson with great speed. He's gotten to the edge several times tonight, and that's been a very effective weapon.
14-yard run for Emerson. Now has runs of 15, 15, and 14 in the game. And it's first down and just inside the 10, 1st and goal. Out of the pistol again, Anthony Perkins this time. Fakes the option handoff and is upended at the ankles. Nice penetration by the Cats, led by Case Wilson.
Case Wilson, Cooper Conte in there as well. Bobcats getting some good linebacker play out of Blake Brumfield, who had a couple of interceptions a week ago for the Bobcats. And so far, the Muskies with 10 WB Green first downs.
Yes.
Couple on this drive. Cats have not been able to stop them other than the last drive on downs inside the 4, but yards get tougher down this part of the field.
Sometimes. 2nd down and goal at the 10. Out of the pistol, Evan Williams claps, hands it off. Josh Connors straight ahead and plunges forward for a gain of 3 out to the 7-yard line. And another good stop by the Cats defense. David Moore was in there, the linebacker.
Brock Valentine, one of those big guys up front.
Muskies have spread the ball around.
Yeah.
In the running game, 4 different rushers and 4 different pass receivers so far. They have certainly not at all looked like the offense that played Meadowbrook last week.
Look for Reese Perkins, though.
3rd and goal. Here's a throw out, quick flare out to Wellmeyer, and Wellmeyer gets popped at the line of scrimmage, picks up a yard after getting hammered.
Cole Mobilini on the stop there. Somebody lost their helmet and has to check out. Caden Kenworthy for the Bobcats, part of that deal there, had his helmet popped.
You don't mind a defender losing his helmet like that after a hit with that magnitude.
So a 5-wide look here by the Muskies with Williams in. And again on 4th and goal, they're going to go forward once more.
4 wide receivers now to the wide side right. And Jalen Driver to the left, and Evan Williams didn't like what he saw, and he'll call the first Muskie timeout of this first half. 8:55 to play in the half. 14-0 Muskies will step out on ABC Sports. Our high school football coverage continues in a moment.
High school, the Dublin High School Cheerleaders are hosting their annual cheer clinic this Tuesday, September 10th, at Dublin High School, from 5:30 to 7:30. Cost is $25 per participant. Registration for the clinic begins at 5 p.m. in the high school cafeteria. Anyone that participates will join the cheerleaders in a pre-game performance at next week's home football game against Sheridan. Score perfect, number 7, who set the 22-yard field goal.
Muskie's going to try a field goal here of 22 yards. Good snap back to Reese Perkins. Score Perkins after failing on the point after attempt on touchdown number 2. Knocks this one straight through from 22 yards out and increases that Muskie lead to 17-0 over Cambridge. 8:50 to play in the second quarter as Bill Corfieri and I will be back to McConagha Stadium after these messages on ABC Sports.
being here for people who work hard to strengthen our community, part of who we are, and our commitment to you. Good luck.
Hang back in our Nash Icon FM Control studio. Adam Green and Cam Summers doing all of your video webcast updates here. Again, we'll be on Facebook and on YRP TV on YouTube as well. Thanks again to our video stream broadcast sponsors for tonight's game once again here for the second straight week. General Wholesale, Rogers Company, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Surgent Construction, and Theo's Restaurant. Many, many thanks. This will be number 2 of 3 webcasts. The last one will come at the final week of the season, Cambridge and Meadowbrook this year. Our kickoff here brought to you by Valentine Insurance. Thanks, BK. Tonight's kickoff brought to you by...
Getting that routine.
We got a lot of stuff to look at here. John Valentine and Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. And Score Perkins again blasts another kickoff 6 yards deep into the end zone. And no chance for Caden Whaley as he fields it.
The impressive thing about that kick, and if you haven't seen Score Perkins kick this year, that not only is it deep, but it's as high or higher than a punt. And those are the kind of kickoffs that college coaches are looking for, because that not only does it usually put the ball out of play that the team's not going to return it, but if they do, it gives your guys plenty of time to run down under it and defend it.
I would like to see, I know how we feel about these kickoffs in football at high school, college, and pros and that stuff. I really do not like that the ball's kicked into the end zone. It's just an automatic touchback in high school football, and I understand they don't want head-on collisions here on kickoff returns, but that should be changed. Here's a handoff on a jet sweep, and that's a fumble stripped away there from Latrell Payton, and I think the Muskies have it again, and they do, inside the 15-yard line as Payton was jammed up, tried to spin away from a would-be tackler. Brady Emerson was around the area along with Josh Connor. Payton will lose 6 yards, and another turnover for the Bobcats here, BK, and it has gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, that was the play that worked well for the Bobcats earlier in the game tonight, but that time Payton got to the edge, nowhere to go. He tried to make something out of nothing. The defender grabbed him and the ball and separated him, and as he went to the ground, that ball popped away all the way back down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, you got to feel bad for this Bobcat defense. They have to be completely demoralized here right now after facing yet another short field here, just 13 yards away as the Muskies. And they're going to go quick strike to the end zone. Reese Perkins got it. Touchdown.
Yeah, he got away with it.
And there's going to be, I think, offensive pass interference. Yeah, he had both hands out.
Yeah, Perkins that time shoved off on the defender, and it looked like he might get away with it, but then the official came in and dropped the flag on him. So that one's probably going to come back. And he's a big guy, at 6'3", over 200 pounds. He's out there against Devontae Best, who's also listed about 6'2", 6'3". So that ball had to be number 1, well thrown, but I don't think he had to use his hands to gain space. That's going to be the call.
Yep. And the right call, it looked like, from our vantage point.
The Muskies, every time, Evan Williams has learned one thing in a week of football. When you get close to the end zone, throw it to the big guy. And Reese Perkins has come through for him a couple of times tonight.
Boy, no doubt. So Evan Williams now will operate from the 28-yard line of Cambridge. 8:38 to play second quarter. 17-0. John Glenn on top of the Bobcats.
Perkins
Bobcat defense. Yep. It's Anthony Perkins. You're right. And he will plunge it forward. Pirouettes for maybe a yard or so, just shy of the 27-yard line. 2nd and 24 coming up. Again, good penetration by the defensive tackles for Cambridge. They're doing the job.
Wasn't very many places to go. David Moore, one of the linebackers, stepped in, cleaned that one up. 2nd and 25. It can pick up a first down about the 4-yard line. And Williams back in at quarterback.
2 wides to each side of the field for Williams. Has to hurry the snap quickly. Throws it to the wide outside, and that's a great catch. I thought it looked like the defensive back there, Carson Snyder, had a great chance for a pick 6, and somehow Perkins snared that away. Hayden Glob. So Glob with a short game, but still.
The timing was there, and the ball was right on the money.
It was.
That could be 6 points going the other way.
I thought that was pick 6 already. It looked like that pass might have already been too late, and somehow it got past Carson Snyder. It was only a gain of about a half yard, so no gain on the play, even though Williams did complete another pass. That's his 11th completion in 12 attempts. And Williams to throw a quick screen over the middle. That's Brady Emerson. Catches in traffic ahead of the 20. Now slips outside left to the 15-10. Hammered out of bounds at the 7-yard line. And that'll be a couple yards short of the first down. Another big hit for Kenworthy on the Bobcat defense, but a nice gain making something out of nothing there, Brady Emerson.
Yeah, he was in the middle of that defense and then popped it to the edge. Logan Mobilini checked him out about down around the 7-yard line, but it's still going to bring up a 4th down play. And this is similar to the place where they kicked the field goal from before, but they're going to go for it, it looks like here. Evan Williams stays on, and here they go. They'll spread the field, and here they go on 4th again.
Looking to increase their 17-0 lead. 4th down and 3 from the 7 is Cambridge. Again, split backs on either side of Evan Williams out of the gun. Score Perkins across the field, motion right, and they throw to the left side. They clear it out for Reese Perkins. He has it, and he makes the catch and crosses the plane of the goal line for another Muskie touchdown.
Yeah, Reese Perkins caught that ball up above his head right on the goal line, turned around and just reached the ball out over the plane of the goal line, and official called a touchdown, rightly so. And again, Evan Williams knows where Reese Perkins is when they get down in the red zone.
Absolutely, big target, and nice job by bringing Score Perkins across right in motion to kind of clear out an extra potential defender there too. And right now, this Bobcat defense is really, they've just had their back to the wall all first half long so far with 7:44 to play in the half, and now Score Perkins on for the point after attempt out of cousin Reese Perkins' hold. There's a flag that comes in after the extra point is good, and we will see what will transpire from that. Right now, the score stands Muskies 24-0 over the Bobcats. Officials will talk things over at the 5-yard line, and we will wait to break away here in just a moment. We may have to replay this. Let's see.
Muskies have scored 4 times tonight. Their drives are 40 yards, 73 yards, 39, and that one just 14 yards to put points on the board. So they've had the short field a couple of times, but nonetheless.
So we will break away, 7:44. We'll get it sorted out here in a moment. Unsportsmanlike conduct, the penalty against Cambridge. So this will be assessed on the kickoff. Again, our score, John Glenn 24 and Cambridge nothing. We will return on ABC Sports with our radio and webcast coverage of high school football here in week number 2 after this. Dave Davidson, Bill Kafuri back to McConagha Stadium, New Concord. Right now, BK, all maroon and white.
Yep, and Perkins will get to another Valentine Insurance kickoff. This one from
I don't know if anybody's
45. This one might be, he might kick it all the way to Guernsey County, and he did. That's over the county line and out of here.
Well, I thought we'd never had a kickoff go into the Muskingum Pond before. I thought this might be the opportunity. So this kickoff brought to you by Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. Again, the Bobcats here, Bill, will start from their own 20-yard line. And in the game so far, you know, Cambridge with just one rushing first down, just one first down of the game. First play of the game. It looked like they were going to right the ship here early on, and the wheels have come off since.
Yeah, a couple of fumbles. They punted 3 times, and now down 24-0. 7:44 left here in the first half, and they'll try to get something going again. Another drive starting at their own 20-yard line.
David Moore, receiver, out to the wide left side. They're going to throw it to Best on the right side with a quick screen. Never had it, and immediately popped there. Hayden Glob has come up with some really nice hits in the secondary. He did last week against Meadowbrook, 1 interception, and he comes up with another big hit on a big receiver, Best.
And that's the second time here, Devontae Best has had a ball in his hands and got separated on the hit. Credit to Muskies defense. They are playing close enough and popping them when they get a chance.
And again, out of the pistol is Cody Moore. Rolls to his left, looking, and had the ball slip out of his hands as he pump faked. And that's just the kind of night it's been so far for Cambridge, as he has swarmed out of bounds around the 12-yard line. He's going to lose 8 yards on the play. It'll be credited a sack by John Glenn, but boy, that was
rolling to his left.
Dangerous
he
again.
Thought he had a guy, and he went to throw it and realized the defense was right there, and he tried to stop, and the ball came right out of his hand, and they'll lose yardage back to the 13-yard line.
Braden Bonnell and Devontae Best are now wideouts to the wide right side, and Cambridge, with 7 minutes to go in the half, desperate need of a first down. They have a 3rd and 17. Moore under some heat again. There's Ben Judd to wrap him up and throw him down. Again, another sack for John Glenn. A loss of a couple of yards there by Cody Moore. And Ben Judd, nice job of just kind of holding his position and staying at home there.
Tried to throw the stop and go on the outside. He had Devontae Best that kind of pulled up and then took off. The defense had it covered pretty well, and Moore didn't have anything to do with it except pull it down and try to make something out of nothing.
And in Moore's defense, Bill, he really hasn't had a whole lot of time to try to find anybody more than 5 or 10 yards down the field.
His receivers hadn't helped him either. That ball
and there's
snapped.
another bad snap. That goes right out of the back of the end zone, and another safety.
That's been an issue for the Bobcats early this year. They've had some bad snaps and a couple of tonight, and that's going to be a defensive score as the ball gets snapped through the end zone.
So Cambridge continues to have their problems in the special teams game. 26-0 now after the safety, and the Muskies will get the football back after the kick. We still have 6:21 remaining. Second quarter here from New Concord, and our ABC Sports coverage of high school football with the Bobcats and the Muskies will continue in a moment.
John Glenn will be received after the safety. Back to receive the Little Muskies will be number 19, Anthony Surgent, and number 2, Brady Emerson.
Thanks again to the fellas, Justin Ames and Jeremy Allen and all the gang back at Nash Icon FM Control Studio. Don't forget, too, on WILE on 97.7 tomorrow, 12 noon kickoff for Ohio State and UC tomorrow. Coverage beginning at 10:30 on 97.7.
The UC.
I know, you brought that up, but the Ohio University Bobcats are playing at Pittsburgh and are going to get yet another victory at 11 a.m. with that kickoff tomorrow on the ACC network, which is where I will be, my friend.
Valentine Insurance kickoff.
Valentine Insurance Squib kickoff fielded by Brady Emerson. There's the ball popping loose, and Cambridge recovers at the 36-yard line. And there they go for a Bobcat touchdown. And that's the break that Cambridge needed.
Blake Brumfield for the Bobcats picks it up and does something with it. So the Cats get on the board first time this season. And after giving up a safety and certainly being demoralized, the Cambridge fans now have something to cheer about a little bit. Well, a fumble return. That was about a 40, 45-yard fumble return, wasn't it?
Close to 40 yards, yep. Scooped it up around, I think, around the 37. Don't know what it is quite officially just yet, but a great fumble recovery return by Blake Brumfield as Brady Emerson coughs it up and gives the Bobcats their first score. Now Cambridge quickly runs out their 11th player. Just a snap back to Caden Whaley, and a good snap there as the extra point is knocked through. So,
Andrew Philippe's the kicker. We got to give him full props there.
Absolutely. Andrew Philippe's 5'8" sophomore. Good leg there as well. Line drive kick is up and good. Something positive now for the blue and white. Good for the Cambridge side as they have cut the deficit now to 26-7. John Glenn will again take another time out here in the first half as our high school football coverage on ABC Sports continues.
number 89, Tony Philippines, or Andrew Philippines. Factory TV, for the Little Muskies, number 31, Josh Connor, number 19, Anthony Perkins.
And again, this Valentine Insurance kickoff by Cambridge's Andrew Philippines will be taken at the 9-yard line. That is Josh Connor up the right hash mark, 25-30, dragged down from the side around the 34-yard line, 35. They'll spot him just ahead of the 35. Good return by Connor, 26 yards. Halfway through the second quarter, and now finally maybe a little bit of an uplifting spirit here for the Bobcat defense now as their offense has finally come through with its first points of the season.
Yeah, but the defense has been on the field a lot.
Oh, boy.
I mean, the Muskies now with their 6th offensive possession tonight, and every one of them has been 5 or more plays and resulted in a score or at least a drive into the red zone.
And now the Muskie offense with a 19-point advantage will go to work once again. Evan Williams out on this play. Anthony Perkins will be back in that pistol set. And they will give it to Wellmeyer. And Wellmeyer with another quick carry. And boy, he is quick as a cat as he started outside left and turned it up right. Picks up 9 yards as that Bobcat defense was scrambling to turn him back inside.
Cambridge's defense that time did a nice job keeping the edge, but Wellmeyer made a nice cut, planted his foot in the ground, got it north and south, or east and west as the case is here, and got a nice pickup. They'll give him 10 and a first down. Another WB Green first down.
Yes, it is.
The 11th first down of the half.
So the Muskies now at the 46-yard line. Trips receivers to the left side. And Jalen Driver out to the right side by himself. Out of the pistol again, Anthony Perkins remains at the QB. Wellmeyer behind him. And Perkins maybe attempting his first pass. Now he'll tuck it in, try and scamper through the middle, finding lots of humanity, and somehow bumbles his way for a pickup of 2 up to the 48-yard line.
He's a big guy.
He is strong.
They got him listed here, 5'11", 180. He looks bigger than that. Certainly runs bigger than that. And I think he would rather run it than throw it.
He has not thrown a pass attempt yet, so if anytime 19 is back there taking snaps, he's running.
You know, that you got to eventually break that cycle, or teams are going to have you scouted pretty well, and maybe that's the case there.
Wellmeyer again will take the handoff from Perkins. Straight dive play up the middle, picks up 4 before he's hammered down at the 47-yard line. There was, again, defensive lineman Mason Ogle, 220-pounder, was there to lay a lick on him.
Wellmeyer, not your prototypical tailback at 5'6" and 150. You won't see him go too many times between the tackles, but that time lowered his shoulders and picked up 4, 5, 6 yards and makes it third down and maybe a short 4.
Hayden Glob, Reese Perkins, Colt Emerson all to the left side as receivers. Driver out to the right side. Perkins again remains in there on 3rd and 4. Wellmeyer to his right side at the Cat 47. Clock running at 4:18, second quarter with a 19-point lead is John Glenn. Snap, Perkins straight ahead, dive play from the quarterback spot, and has the first down as he was hit near the first down marker and carries a pile of blue and white with him for an extra couple of yards to the 41-yard line and another 6-yard pickup for Perkins.
Trayvon Jeffrey, Cole Mobilini on the stop, but again, that's just the strength of Anthony Perkins. You give him a 5-yard head start, you can't stop him for no gain.
And that's another WB Green first down for John Glenn, now at the Cat 41. Under 4 minutes to play. And Evan Williams returns to quarterback and throws it out into the flat left side for Colt Emerson. Gets a couple of nice blocks up front, waits for those to develop, and scampers out of bounds on the sideline near the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 6 more yards as Evan Williams continues to rack up completions here, his 13th of the night.
And his passes haven't all been short passes or bubble screens. He's gone down the field a couple of times and been on the money deep as well.
Yeah, he's got passes, his longest one of the night to Reese Perkins of 29. He has a touchdown pass of 23, but yeah, like you said, he's got some short and intermediate throws in there as well.
Hasn't been pressured much either.
No, he has gotten rid of the ball very quickly. A very much different looking quarterback this week than a week ago. 2nd and 4 play as Looks like Evan Williams will change the play. Play clocked at 10, so still some time yet to do it as he'll bring Connor up to his right side. 4 receivers, and again, they'll throw a quick flare pass out to Connor, and Cambridge was right on that like stink on an ape. Loss of 3 yards. Nice job in pursuit there. The linebacker there, again, David Moore was one of the first guys out there.
David Moore, Latrell Payton got up there quickly, and no place for Connor to go. It'll be a loss on the play, bring up 3rd and long.
That's Connor's.
And movement up front. Bobcats got fooled that time. As you know, one of the things they've done at the pro level, they haven't let quarterbacks make a lot of herky-jerky motions and clapping their hands. At the high school level, you'll still see that. The Bobcats succumb to it right there with a little movement in the backfield. They jumped into the neutral zone, and that 5-yard penalty is going to make this a much easier play to make. 3rd and now 2.
So again, 4 wideouts again for Evan Williams and the Muskies. 3:23 left first half, 26-7 John Glenn. Colt Emerson in motion. They'll flip a little shovel pass forward. Or goes a completed pass to Connor, and again, great pursuit outside again by linebacker Trayvon Jeffrey, 200-pound senior out there to make the stop and prevent the first down. Only a gain of 1.
Looked like Connor was going to get that as soon as he got it, and I don't know if that's a lateral or a pass.
That one was forward. We've seen that a couple of times last week. A couple of them were a little bit backward, where it was like a quick pitch, and a couple of them were actually forward. And they're not really concerned about
on those ones. I think I could complete that.
Yeah, they're not really concerned about which direction it's going, but. Here's Evan Williams on a 4th and 1 play. They'll hand it straight ahead to Connor. Forward progress gets him near the 30, and I think that's just good enough.
He got it by, just a half a yard or so. But, again, the Bobcat defense straight ahead stood him up. He needed a yard and a half, and he got a yard and a half. And that's the first down.
Another W.B. Green first down for John Glenn. Clock will stop here as they move the chains. 2:41 left first half. JG 26, Cambridge 7. At the 30-yard line now is Evan Williams and the Muskie offense looking for more. Split backs on either side of Williams, 3 receivers. And looking to his right now comes back to Reese Perkins' side on the left. Had the ball in his hands for a moment. Good coverage there by, again, Carson Snyder, the man to hit him there around the 23-yard line. So a nice hit to prevent the completion.
12 first downs tonight so far for the Muskies here in just the first half. And they still got a little work yet to do. 2:29 left in the half and 2nd and long.
It would be interesting here, Bill, to see what the time of possession is for John Glenn's offense here in this first half so far.
A lot.
It's got to be a bunch.
A lot to not a lot.
Here's Score Perkins off to the right side in motion. 3 receivers again for Evan Williams. He'll hand it on a little counter to Josh Connor. Again, good penetration by the Bobcat defense up front. It was Mason Ogle there that turned the play outside, and then Case Wilson finished him off in a very short gain. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Play 10 of this drive coming up for the Muskies. And not only have they put points on the board tonight, but like you said, they possessed the ball. They've had 2 9-play drives, 2 8-play drives, and that's, the Cats haven't had the ball for more than 3 plays in a row at a time.
Yep, 3rd down and 9 play here. Muskies, the play clock down to 5. Evan Williams claps and snaps it, looking to his right side with 3 receivers. Throws into the seam, right through the hands of Jalen Driver. A little bit high for him. Had a lot of zip on it, but certainly a catchable ball for Driver, and had the drops a couple of times last week, and the new receiver in that receiving core could have had another Muskie first down, but instead it's 4th and 9.
So 4th down here. This is 4th and 10. And, I was kind of curious as to what Score Perkins' range would be. And from here, this would be about a 47-yard field goal attempt. And certainly on the kickoffs, we've seen that kind of leg, but it doesn't look like they're going to give him that kind of a chance.
Timeout number 2 will be taken here by John Glenn. They might. They're going to think about it. You wonder, too, if they're, maybe if they're concerned about just the blocking up front and being able to give Score Perkins enough time and room up front to get the kick away.
Those are the kinds of things in a game like this that when you have opportunities, you can't simulate kicking like this in game situations in practice. Yep. And, having guys come after it and making sure it's good, and also trying to build up the confidence of your kicker to say, later in the season against Tri-Valley or Sheridan, you might need this field goal to be for a win. And so, hey, do we have that 47-yard ability? He has a huge leg, and just kind of from a fan standpoint, I'd like to see it.
Yep. John Glenn's going to find that out. They'll be hosting Sheridan here next week. So they're going to find out just how much they've righted the ship here between weeks 1 and 3.
Well, the field goal is off the table.
Yeah, it is off the table. Score Perkins is in the lineup, though. He's a receiver out to the left side with Colt Emerson. Reese Perkins and Jalen Driver out to the right side. And this will be Brady Emerson in the backfield with Evan Williams. A 4th and 9 play just inside the Cat 30. 2:19 left to go first half, and a 19-point game for John Glenn. Rolling to his right is Williams on the snap. Good protection. Throws into the seam, and again, right into the hands. And Jalen Driver, again, let that come against his body there. Could not come up with a catch. Would have been good enough for the first down.
As they say, they hit him in a bad place.
Right in the chest or the
between
hands.
the numbers.
Yeah.
Separated the 1 and the 3, and he'll be having some bad dreams tonight. That's 2 in a row tonight. But give Williams credit. He came right back to him, gave him another opportunity. He believes in him to get a chance. But for the second time tonight, the Muskies do not score, turn it over on downs deep in Cambridge territory. So the Bobcats, with 2:14 left, have a chance to see if they can get something started with their offense.
Trying to get it going now. They're going to go 4 wide receivers here for Cody Moore. And in motion goes Snyder. And Moore scrambling for his life back there. Zigzags around, is finally going to be wrapped up by a couple of host of Muskies. Anthony Perkins had him down low. And they'll wrap up Moore and knock him back for about a 7-yard loss on that. And that's one there, really, that's probably on the quarterback where he just has to have the confidence to let go of the ball.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He stepped up into the pocket, had the ball ready to throw it, and then hesitated. And, if you don't throw the ball on time, the receiver isn't going to be where you expect him to be.
Yeah, 3rd sack of the game here for the Muskie defense. And Cambridge helps them out greatly here. Clock running with 1:35. Cambridge has all 3 timeouts, but probably more eager to just get this half over with here. They do advance the ball up to the 30-yard line. Nice pass play. 2nd completion of the night for Cody Moore.
That one to
I was trying to see, was that
David Moore, number 2.
Okay, thank you.
David Moore on the reception there, got it back maybe a yard past the original line of scrimmage. Bringing up 3rd and 9.
So a nice gain there. 8-yard pass for Cody Moore to David. And now
Bobcats would just like to hold on to the ball to the half. They don't want to give it to the Muskies and give them one more chance here.
And this is going to be a penalty. There was a flag on the far side of the field. We couldn't see it from the glare.
No, we could not.
On the turf. It was an illegal man downfield. And boy, that's a tough call against an offense that's really been struggling.
Off the board and move them back to that line of scrimmage, so it makes it 2nd down again and 15.
And let's see, I think they're going to verify perhaps
the spot.
Yeah, where the penalty was supposed to be marked from. I don't know where the penalty flag was because neither you nor I saw it.
I didn't see it.
Right now, it's showing about a 3rd and 14.
Well, that's,
Okay, so that eliminates that mystery.
Yeah. I saw Coach Edwards on the field asking the official, do we have the right to decline that and take the play?
Sure.
So it'll be 3rd and long.
So an 8-yard completion, Cody to David Moore. And now with 1:28 to go in this half, Bobcats desperately looking for only its 2nd first down of this first half. They got a 37-yard fumbled kickoff return earlier, and they will use one of those 3 timeouts here. So we'll step away with 1:28 to go. 26-7 John Glenn over Cambridge. Our ABC Sports coverage in week number 2 continues in a moment. Adam Green on our video webcast. 3rd down and 9 here for Cody Moore and the Cats. 4 wide receivers. Good protection this time and throws way over the head of intended target, David Moore, and Reese Perkins was there in coverage. No chance of a completion right there, and Moore maybe just had a little bit more time than he thought he had, perhaps.
He had plenty of time, and the Cats tried to run a little bit longer route down the field. The underneath route was pretty well covered, and now the Cats here at 4th down.
Are they thinking of going for it here?
Well, they are. I mean, you're down 26-7.
Boy, but this deep in your territory, this is a really gutsy call.
They've been deep in their territory all night.
Yes, they have. And again from the pistol, and it looks like maybe a pooch kick here.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what's coming. Cody Moore, nice boot again with
nice
no
bounce.
drop back. Bounces at the Muskie 29, scooped up at the 15. And running backward now, Score Perkins picks it up, and boy, he gets a pancake block from a fellow Muskie as he runs it out of bounds.
And there was an illegal block, yeah. Guy had his head turned, and Emerson laid him out.
So the return up to the 20, near the 25-yard line. This will be coming back. That pop's going to make it a half the distance of the goal penalty, so this should put it inside the Muskie 10-yard line with a little over a minute. The game clock's still running right now at the moment. It shouldn't be, but they're going to have to reset the game clock here as well.
Had a couple of nice punts tonight. The turf helps those bounce a little bit, but that one hit about the 20 and kept on running.
Well, and again, he's had some big. We had a 65-yarder earlier with a punt bounce, but it was 50 yards in the air and a 15-yard bounce on the earlier one. He's had a couple of good ones.
Yeah. Brady Emerson had he had one of those ooh hits that everybody in the house went ooh, and the official said ooh, that's a penalty because it's a blindside if the guy didn't have his head turned. And back in the day when you and I were roaming the field,
yeah,
you could get away with that.
Yeah, and guys like Danny Engel back at Commerce High, popping guys from the center position.
That crackback block was legal.
This boy was snapping balls to Wade Wilson, you know?
Wade Wilson.
Back in beautiful Commerce, Texas. My man. So the Muskies now will take over at the 9-yard line.
I think John Glenn here probably be happy just to get out of there and get to the half because they're going to start with the ball in the second half.
Well, you would think.
45 seconds left.
That's what the game clock shows, although the time was running off probably a good 30 seconds or so after the penalty flag was called. So there they go. They reset the clock back to 1:10 as the Muskie offense now with just one timeout left, a 26-7 lead. We'll see how much Matt Edwards is not a conservative coach, and we'll see what Evan Williams in this offense wants to do 91 yards away from the goal line.
Yeah, from your own 9-yard line. They've already given the Bobcats the only score they have tonight on the fumble. I don't know if you want to do that again.
And Williams out of the pistol is going to throw a quick screen out to Reese Perkins. Gets a couple of blocks. Now zigzags back toward the middle of the field. He's not going to find any room. Yep, he's going to lose a yard or two with his choice of lack of forward progress. A loss of 1 officially on the pass play as they'll mark him at the 8-yard line. Clock runs here, and Muskies may have to only snap this just one more time if they want to.
Cole Mobilini finally wrapped him up. That's as good as a long handoff, but the yardage lost is something you don't want.
Another completed pass for Williams is 15th, and now they're going to go home run ball, looking for Score Perkins. A mix-up in the route right there as Perkins came into the post, and Williams, who got laid out as he threw that ball from the end zone, was looking to go straight down the sideline.
Yeah, Coach Edwards looking to set a record for maybe a 95-yard pass play here.
Well, they're not content with 26-7. They're not going to assume that Cambridge is just going to roll over here in the second half. The defense has performed well. You really can't fault the Bobcats defense here again, as they've had short fields all night long. Here's a quick handoff. That'll be, I believe that's Emerson. And he is piled up near the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure he got back to it. It looks like he's going to lose a yard too.
Cole Mobilini again on the stop.
Yeah, Mobilini's been an active young man on that Bobcat defense here in the first half so far. 25 seconds remaining. Did the Cats call timeout here? They want to force a punt, maybe get a punt return out of this?
Well, the clock is stopped for some reason.
I thought that maybe Cambridge had called timeout. So we have a timeout with 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We'll take one more break, a 30-second break here on AVC Sports. And the Muskies will have to punt it away when we return near the end of this first half from McConagha Stadium in New Concord.
Please reset the game clock to 29 seconds. 29 seconds. Again, we'd like to thank our game ball our local athletes and is committed to providing quality and affordable health care in southeastern Ohio. Also, we'd like to thank National Bank, who is grateful for their opportunity to support local groups and events. Being there for people who work hard to strengthen our communities is part of
The Fury back to McConagha Stadium. Cam Summers and Adam Green taking care of our webcast videos tonight. You can view those online at facebook.com/YRPTV and on youtube.com/YRPTV as well. Our website, yourradioplace.com. So punting formation here for Brady Emerson and the Muskies, and he will fool around with it not, and he will kick a spiraling punt out to Devontae Best at the 46-yard line of John Glenn, and he is wrapped up quickly after a couple of yards return to the 44. Nice open field tackle by the Muskies special teams covering the play, Reese Perkins.
Yeah, he tried to strip that ball away and almost did. Had to put it on the ground a couple of times tonight. So 20 seconds left in the half, and you got to think this is one of the best positions, actually the best starting position the Cats have had all night long at the Muskie 44. They got to try to do something, right?
Yes, absolutely. They got nothing to lose at this point for sure. Short field, shortest field they've had. They'll have David Moore out to the near side by himself as a receiver. 3 more receivers for Cody Moore to the left side. Quick snap from the gun, under some pressure, flushed out of the pocket. Here comes Anthony Perkins and the gang, and Moore is snowed under at the Cat 44-yard line. And that'll be a big loss on a play of 12 yards, and that might take any hopes out.
Moore's running to his left, trying to throw across his body, and he has to stop, plant, get his shoulder square to throw it down the field. And just that extra time that it took allowed the defense to catch up with him, and that'll end the first half.
So the halftime score, John Glenn 26 and Cambridge 7. A very active offense for John Glenn tonight, taking advantage of some big mistakes again here by the Cambridge offense. That's obviously still trying to maybe do a little more than just ironing out some things here. Cambridge did get the big fumble return on the kickoff from Brady Emerson after coughing it up. 37-yard return there for Cambridge, their lone score of the half.
Yeah, the Colts have been, the Colts, I should say the Muskies have started. They've had 3 drives. They've started deep in Cambridge territory, able to get points out of those. A couple of Cambridge fumbles, and the Bobcats still a work in progress, and see what kinds of adjustments they can make at halftime, and see if they can at least kind of climb back in it, gain some momentum, and look forward to the next couple of weeks.
Yep, absolutely. So the Muskies lead it by 19 here at McConagha Stadium on the campus of Muskingum University in New Concord. And we'll slip away for a commercial break. We'll come back. We'll have our ABC Technical Services score tracker, followed by the Ohio News Network halftime show on our FM side, on our FM listeners from Nash Icon 98.5 and 107.9. And we will also return with more webcast video as well on Facebook and on YouTube and yourradioplace.com as well. We'll send it back to the boys, Ethan Vincent and the gang, back in our studio here in just a moment. They'll have scores from other high school games, and then we'll return here to the field at McConagha Stadium, get you the halftime stats, and set up for the second half of John Glenn and Cambridge. All that and more coming up on ABC Sports in just a moment.
Cambridge versus John Glenn High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by General Wholesale, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, The Rogers Company, Theo's Restaurant, and Surgent Construction.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to bumpers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint, along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round and be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's. Theo's Restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's. My favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's. Theo's Restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com. The halftime show is brought to you by Mr. Lee's Restaurant, 2000 East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, serving delicious home-cooked meals.
We can adjust tonight's performance with these taken from the movement of the symphony. The famous Philly composer John Williams was clearly inspired by the opening theme of this movement when he was composing the music for the 1975 hit movie Jaws. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cambridge High School Bobby Martin Band
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to buffers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round to be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's, Theo's Restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's, Theo's Restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
Show titled From the Ashes, exploring the life cycle of the Phoenix. The show includes The Phoenix by Fallout Boy, Hide and Seek by Imogen Peak, and Igor Stravinsky the Firebird, featuring trumpet soloist Orion Alto, mellophone soloist Sean Adams, and cover guard soloist Mackenzie Urban and Megan Nicely. Ladies and gentlemen, From the Ashes.
Just off Southgate Parkway carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to buffers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round and be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
At the high school.
Muskies on top of the Bobcat 26-7. Both teams back on the field to warm up here. Bill Kafuri along with Dave Davidson. As week 2 of the high school football season continues, we've caught you up to date on some of the other scores around the area. Our first half here, all Muskies, and certainly the scoreboard very lopsided, and Dave, the statistics probably indicate that as well.
Well, very unofficial stats. Right now, first for Cambridge, I've got Cody Moore, 2 of 7 passing, only 13 yards, a 5-yard completion to Devontae Best and David Moore with an 8-yard completion near the end of that first half. And again, really the big glaring number is only 21 yards rushing, which of course is better than minus 17, but only 21 yards rushing on 9 carries tonight by Cambridge running backs. Only 1 first down in the game. That was on the very first play from scrimmage, a 19-yard run by Latrell Payton up to the 39-yard line. So 21 yards rushing, 13 in the air for Cambridge, unofficially 34 yards, but that doesn't count 29 yards in sacks, which counts against rushing yards. So I guess right now, unofficially minus 8 in the rushing category right now with 13 yards in the air for Cambridge. On the John Glenn side, Evan Williams, really solid first half. Looks like a very different quarterback here tonight than he did against Meadowbrook last week. The timing certainly has been there in the passing game for him. 15 of 20 unofficially passing for 125 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Reese Perkins has been his big target. He has 66 yards in 6 catches, including 2 touchdowns of 23 and 4-yard receptions. Josh Connor, 35 yards rushing on 9 carries, 14 yards on 7 carries for Anthony Perkins, the second quarterback in there. Brady Emerson with 3 big runs really in the half. He has 5 carries for 44 yards and basically 3 15-yard carries on the first half statistics. And then we had Noah Wellmeyer, the sophomore, carried 5 times for 34 yards, a total of 127 yards on the ground for John Glenn, 125 unofficially in the air. It's about as balanced as you can get.
Yeah, Muskies, of course, they had great field position off and on throughout that first half, took advantage of that, and we'll start with the ball here in the second half as well. A couple of other scores from around the area to keep you updated. Buckeye Trail on top of Newcomerstown in the second half, 14-7. Surprise to many people, Barnesville over top of Meadowbrook, 14-13 at the half. A couple of other area scores of interest and, throughout the night. We'll try to keep you updated on those as well. Here, 26-7 as we start the second half of action, and it will be the Bobcats' Andrew Philippes. Kicking off here, Valentine Insurance sponsoring all kickoffs, located on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. And he's boomed a couple deep. Back deep, Brady Emerson is back deep along with, and it looks like Anthony Perkins this time down.
This kickoff brought to you by Valentine Insurance on Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Hey, I just said that.
Well, I know, but
it's all right. We can plug them twice. So Philippes booms it away, high and end over end down to about the 10. And Emerson will take it there to the 20, 25, 30. Pops it free out to the 40 and out to the 45 before he's finally brought down. And once again, the Muskies going to have it in pretty good field position, leading 26-7. And, then kind of we get to that point with the running clock if the Muskies come here and get another score or so. And then the point is for John Glenn, maybe, how long do you want to leave your starters in a game that gets pretty lopsided?
Well, right now they also got to think too about Sheridan coming in here next week. They still got a lot of things to improve on and to get well, facing what is always a tough opponent next week here at home.
Evan Williams, 5 wide set. Now brings Emerson in motion, hands it to him on the jet sweep, left side, cuts it up across the 45 out near the 48-yard line. Give Emerson 3 on that first down carry. David Moore on the stop for the Bobcats. Just shy of midfield. Again, a spread look by the Muskies. 2 left, 3 right. If he puts somebody in motion here, does not. Quick flip out in the right flat. Reese Perkins has it, short of the 50, takes it into Bobcat territory, where Cole Mobilini drives him out of bounds. Or check out Logan Mobilini and Carson Snyder. Just short of the first down. 3rd and 1. And the Muskies here, they want to go with this up-tempo 5 wide. It's a different look than we've seen most of the game, but it gives Williams again the chance to launch it down the field. Does in the seam that time. And another completion. This Colt Emerson with it. And that'll be another WB Green first down.
Nice job. But again, the protection is really good in the passing game, and Williams has really just got his timing down this week. He is really getting the ball quickly. Cambridge's front 4 really has no chance to get to him.
Staying 5 wide. Yeah, he catches it and throws it so quickly, you're not going to get much rush on him. As the Bobcats, even if they're sending people, just can't get anybody there. Now Brady Emerson will shift back into a pistol, take the handoff straight ahead, make a cut, and get to the second level of defenders. Inside the 35, they'll mark him just around the 32-yard line, a pickup of about 6 on that play. 2nd down and 4. Cooper Conte on the stop for the Bobcats. But the Muskies in 4 down territory once again. 10 minutes and counting here left in the 3rd period. 26-7. Muskies and looking for more. Evan Williams back, will fire it down the left side, have a man score. Perkins had to go up for it right on the sideline, and as the ball hit him in the hands, he got contact that time from Caden Kenworthy and separated him from the ball. And Perkins, Perkins has been on the end of that hit all night. That's about the 3rd time tonight.
Well, he delivered a few last week against Meadowbrook. He's been the recipient of them here tonight, and Kenworthy showed some pretty good speed from that linebacker spot to stay with the wideout out there too, and made a nice defensive play.
3rd down and a long 4. And again, a 5 wide look. Now Emerson in motion left to right, 4 on that side. Williams will flip it into the slot, has the completion to Glob, and he'll take another shot, but it is enough. He holds on down to the 25. That'll be another WB Green first down for the Muskies. That's about 13 or 14 first down for him tonight. Just one for the Bobcats.
Yeah, the timing of this offense, and obviously the offensive line has shored up some things too on the John Glenn offense, especially in the pass blocking schemes.
As quickly as they're throwing the ball, you don't have to hold anybody off for long. Emerson shifts back into the pistol. He'll block up right side. Williams back to pass down the middle of the field. Had a man, and he had Reese Perkins there, but just a little late getting the ball to him as the Bobcats' Logan Mobilini able to come in and swat it away. But Perkins was well open right near the goal line.
He had to stop. I think he had to stop his run. That's where we kind of and wait on the ball a little bit. Williams was just a little bit late in throwing that one there over the middle, and that allowed Mobilini, who had pretty good coverage on the 6'3" receiver that time.
Reese Perkins in the slot to the left of three receivers, two to the right. Now Emerson in motion. He'll come across. The pass back into the seam. That is completed. Glob has it. He'll take it back to the corner for the touchdown from 25 yards out. Give Evan Williams another TD pass, and this one to Hayden Glob.
Well, it was a great catch, again, catching with the hands, and Carson Snyder had him by the jersey from behind a little bit, but really just a very quick left to right move shook him free, and nobody back there. It's been single coverage on a lot of these receivers here for John Glenn tonight by the Bobcat defense, and they've relatively done a good job. That's really the one time that really the yards after the catch hurts the Cats.
9:08 left here in the third period. Score Perkins on for the extra point attempt. Good snap, good hold by Reese Perkins, and that one is up and good, and a flag comes in. That will be after the kick. I think one of the defenders for the Bobcats made contact with the kicker. 8 plays, 55 yards, extending the Muskie lead 33-7, and we'll be back right after this.
The kick is good. Running into the kicker on defense will penalize 5 yards on the kickoff. If you have one and would like to make claim for a larger denomination, go to the concession stand. They are in need of $1 bill. Thank you.
Back at McConagha Stadium, Bill Kafuri, Dave Davidson, and crew. You know, as lopsided as this game is, I look around and I'm not seeing anybody leave. Hillside still full of fans over there. Of course, it's a beautiful Friday night for football. In Ohio, what else are you going to do, right?
Pretty comfortable out there for everybody. I think if nothing else, it's kind of a social gathering of proportions here for the most part. A good contingent of blue came out here for this game here to support Cambridge, and the usual maroon and white on the right side of us to support the Muskies. Good turnout here by the local football fans.
Penalty on the Bobcats on the extra point for running into the kicker, so that'll move it up a few yards for Score Perkins to this one could go to Zanesville.
I don't think he needed any
he's
help.
heading the opposite direction. That one's high and deep, and it's good.
Right,
Well,
just
that's
straight away
baseball.
center field.
Straight away center field. And a flag down anyway, so we still have laundry on the field.
Well, what the officials right now probably are going to have to kind of keep some tabs on is, keeping things from getting a little chippy here between the two teams. Obviously, some frustration from the Cambridge side, and they just have to keep it together and forget the score right now and
play,
hunker down and get better for not only this second half but for week 3.
Yeah, Bobcats got a couple of games coming up that are winnable games if they can continue to improve. But they haven't shown a lot of progress in some phases of the game tonight, and others they have. But the Muskies, I think, a little bit better than the team Cambridge played last week. Indian Creek last week was a very physical game. And so this penalty on the Bobcats, a blindside block, somebody taking a shot at somebody coming down the field there, knowing the ball is not going to be returned. And so another mistake by the Cats backs them up into their own territory, another 10 yards. And when you're making mistakes, you can't afford to take another 10 yards and make it a longer field. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their 10-yard line. Cody Moore. Straight ahead give to Jeffrey, and Jeffrey back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. And the Cats have tested the middle of that line several times tonight. They haven't had very much success. Yeah. 3. To give him no gain on that play.
Caden Whaley now, 6-foot juniors.
Oh, he's at the QB spot.
Back there taking snaps now.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
They've switched it. Get a new look.
Yeah, he is the backup. More of a runner. He'll throw that one, though, and the left-hander flips it out in the left flat, intended for Devontae Best. Hit him in the hands again, and Best got contact and put the ball on the ground. They'll say incomplete, and that's his 3rd drop. The Cats have, even when they've had opportunities to kind of make a positive play, they've not helped themselves tonight by holding on to the ball.
Pretty good throw by Whaley, throwing it down only where his player could get to it, but he had some traffic behind him, for sure. 3rd and 10 now.
So 3rd and 10 from the Cambridge 10-yard line. Whaley checks out the defense. 3 wide to left, a 3-by-1 set. Takes the snap. They're running option to the right side. Whaley on the keeper. And they'll get it out across the 10, maybe to the 12. Give him a couple yards on that. It brings up 4th down for the Cats. And looks like the punt team heading on. Means Cody Moore back in punt formation. And Emerson and Dewab back deep. They'll stand near the 50-yard line. Or check that, not Emerson, but Perkins, Reese Perkins. As Moore back in punt formation, standing just inside his own end zone.
And that, they're another sign there, a late comer coming on. Now it's going to be an illegal substitution penalty probably, or was that number 12? They had 11, and the 12th man ran out onto the field.
Well, and the punter, Cody Moore, was waving at the sideline like, we don't have enough, And a guy came running in, and he made 12. That's a mistake they made 2 times last week. The guy came running in and made a 12th man. And, your punter's back there where he can count to 11, count yourself.
Forgot to count himself.
Yeah, he did. He forgot to count himself.
Yeah.
Gets a good snap, steps into it. This one off the side of his foot. It's going to go very short. And out across the 30 and tap down into 35. So Moore tonight, he's had a couple of booming kicks, not so much that time. And once again, the Muskies are going to be in great field position, leading 33-7. 7:31 left here in the 3rd period.
I mean, the good news for Cambridge is that the ball was snapped to Cody Moore. That was the best snap we've seen back to the punter maybe in 2 weeks.
Got him in stride.
And, maybe Cody thinking about the previous mistake and the penalty and compounds it with a shank kick.
Evan Williams, a 5 wide set, now brings Connor back into the pistol set. And he'll hand it to him straight ahead. And Cole Mobilini immediately pounces on his back. And Cole Mobilini having a pretty good game tonight. Certainly in the running for that Muskingum Electric lineman of the game. So a pickup of about 3. And Connor will just start in the backfield this time, offset to the left. Evan Williams rolls that way, looks down the field, fires it, has a man in the slot. That's Score Perkins, hauls it in. Inside the 25 down to the 23, another WB Green 1st down.
That's 20 completions on the night for Evan Williams.
That's a pretty good night. I don't care who you are. Right there. That's good.
Yeah, pretty efficient night for him. I have him 20 for 26 for the game.
And he's had some drops.
Yeah, 2 of them at least. You're right.
Clock continues to run. 6:40 left here in the 3rd. Muskies will go under center this time. And Williams on the toss sweep. Brady Emerson right plants, cuts up across the 25 and inside the Bobcat 20 down near the 15. A gain of about 8 or 9. Seen in this day and age, you don't see quarterbacks get under center very often anymore.
It's a rare feat.
5 wide look again, as Williams will drop back into the shotgun, 4 to the left. And now Emerson will check back into the backfield. Offset to the left. And they'll run the option that way. Emerson takes the pitch to the 15, down near the 10, dives inside the 10. Logan Mobilini in the open field tackle, and that pickup of 5 is enough for a first down and first and goal. Another WB Green first down.
First and goal here again, just inside the
WB
10.
Green making out like a bandit tonight.
They are with at least
First down.
one team tonight, yes.
Yes, sir.
You're right. A little more than halfway through this third quarter here, and a touchdown here by the Muskies will make that clock run a little faster.
2-by-2 set. Josh Connor takes the handoff, plowing straight ahead inside the 10, down to the 5. He'll get to the 4, and bring up second and goal. He's about the only Muskie tonight that hasn't tasted the end zone one way or another, I think. And they might get him a shot right here. Again, double wides. And Connor in that pistol set behind Williams. Williams now in motion across. And Connor straight ahead, plows his way down near the 1. Chase Wilson off the edge that time for the stop, and it will bring up third and goal.
Personnel changes. You've got Anthony Perkins coming back in the game here. So
if you're Connor Perkins or Josh Connor, you're saying, oh no, because he'll keep it himself.
well,
maybe
that's usually the way it's gone so far through the first
Anthony
week and a
Perkins
half.
in. He's that wildcat quarterback, and so third and goal from about the 2-yard line.
Definitely run option here.
And he'll fake it, follow Connor through the hole and into the end zone. And Anthony Perkins from 2 yards out tacks on another Muskie touchdown. So Perkins makes it 39-7 before the extra point attempt. And John Glenn has scored both possessions of this second half.
And that officially makes all 3 Perkins, who are not directly related, with scores on the board tonight. Anthony, Reese, and Score.
So Score back on to attempt the extra point. Reese on the hole. He's done a nice job there. High snap, gets it down. And
Wide
Score does not hit this one square. And you know that you always put that on the kicker, but you're not sure, did it get on the T-square? Did it slide off there? But that one off to the left side, and it remains 39-7. Muskies will step out, be back right after this.
The score differential, when it reaches 30 points or more, the clock will be stopped when official timeout. The clock will only be stopped when an official timeout is called for an injured player. Following the change of team possession, a charge timeout. At the end of the period, a score occurs or any individual delay. The clock will start again on the ready to play signal for the first play after the above situation. The clock will continue to run in all other situations. If the score drops below
Back at McConagha Stadium, 39-7, and as soon as Score Perkins puts this one into play, a running clock here. Another Valentine Insurance kickoff brought to you by John Valentine on Southgate Parkway. Perkins, I don't think he's had one that didn't make it to the end zone. I think everyone has, and this one is well on its way there, up by 70 and past the Norwich exit. Boom. That will be another touchback. So with 4:16 left here in the third and a running clock, The Bobcats will take over on their own 20, yeah. Everybody kind of anticipating that running clock, and it's just kind of wait till they snap it, and then it's going.
Well, obviously, the Muskies have righted a lot of things here tonight, Bill. The Cambridge Bobcats still struggling in many areas. Running game, some blocking. I think defensively, I think they're certainly more than good enough to keep themselves and keep that offense in games right now. They have a lot of work to do here. Maybe with Whaley in a quarterback for his second series here. Oh, he fumbled it. Fumbled the snap, and it scooped up.
Fumbled the snap and didn't get back to it in time. And I'm trying to see who got to it.
I think it was Ben Judd with the recovery.
It was.
Defensive end.
Ben Judd got there before Whaley could get on it, and that's the third time tonight. The Bobcats have fumbled away a possession deep in their own end. And the Muskies have taken advantage of every one of them. And at some point that defense just you can't do it anymore. And it will be first. Now they can get a first down at about the 1 foot line. The Muskies will be taken over. 3:40 and counting at the Cambridge 11. So Evan Williams out of a little sugar huddle. Splits a couple of guys wide to the right, goes under center, puts a man in motion, then pitches it. Brady Emerson trying to get outside the right side, will not get there this time. And another nice play, Logan Mobilini on the open field tackle. So Logan and his brother Cole both have had some pretty nice games defensively tonight for the Cats.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't fault anything really what the defense has done for Cambridge. They have hit, they have swarmed to the football, they've gotten penetration what few little times they've had, both in the running game and the passing game, but really just the timing of the JG spread offense has been very good.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Williams into the shotgun. Hands it off straight ahead to Connor, and Connor's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Coming in from the defensive end spot, Case Wilson. Got a piece of him from behind, got a little help.
The real kind of depressing thing for Cambridge here, Bill, though, in the running game is that I have them 12 plays from scrimmage in the run game, 3 lost fumbles tonight.
Yeah, you got to hold on to the ball. One, a couple of those
2
have been
fumble
hit.
snaps.
Yeah, and a couple of those fumble snaps. They've had another bad snap overhead tonight, and a safety call on that one.
On the punter.
3rd and long. Williams out of the shotgun, will drop back, look to his right, fire it out there, intended for Reese Perkins, who did a little quick out down at the goal line. And
can you believe a ball was in Reese Perkins' hands for a moment and it actually wasn't caught?
It was it would have been a tough.
It was
catch.
tough.
He was right on the sideline. The ball was just off his fingertips, but he was frustrated. He thought he should have caught it.
You're just so used to him at 6'3", he can stretch out and get those balls. You're just so used to him coming up, and he's rubbing those gloves down right now and probably feeling like he should have had that grab even if it wasn't in bounds.
Looks like they're going to try another field goal attempt. This one be from the right edge. And let's see the distance here. Line of scrimmage is the 14. The ball is going to be placed at the 20, make it a 30-yard attempt.
Yeah, this is strictly field goal kicking practice here, no doubt.
Reese Perkins on the hold. Score Perkins with the kick attempt. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up. It's certainly long enough.
Wide left
But
again.
once again, Score Perkins has yanked it just a little bit to left. For you and me, that's a hooked shot on the golf course. But for Score, something he'll work on, I'm sure. So the Bobcats are going to take over here. 1:14 on the clock as that field goal attempt is wide. And the Cats back in play on the offensive side. Ball's placed at the 20. Bobcats starting position tonight, they've been at their own 20-yard line 7 times, inside the 20 a couple of times, and they're the best starting position one time right at the end of that first half at the John Glenn 44. Only one time across
when they really
midfield.
had 20 seconds, I think, to do something with it.
Whaley back in a quarterback, fakes it to Jeffries, keeps it himself, and tagged down in the backfield.
Going to lose a yard there.
Looked like Anthony Perkins in there from the linebacker spot, knocked him down for a couple of yard loss.
A couple of new guys in there on defense on the defensive line. Marshall Tigner was in there on that stop too, 200-pound senior defensive end, along with Tyler Stillian, another senior at 270 pounds now at nose tackle.
Running clock. Whaley again on the fake and keeper, trying to get corner left side, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. Josh Conner on the stop. And the Bobcats quarterbacks, Whaley and both Moore. Whaley is a bigger, stockier guy. Moore, a little taller and angular, but neither one of them with that jitterbug quickness, that you're going to fake the ball and outrun the defense. You got to have some pretty good blocking on the edge for that to happen, and that's going to be the final play of the third period. So the Muskies extend their lead as we head to the fourth period. It is John Glenn 39 and Cambridge 7. Back with more high school football on Nash Icon right after this.
The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's restaurant.
Dave Davidson and Bill Kafuri back. Thank you, Kim Davis. Start of the fourth quarter and a 3rd and 9 situation here for the Bobcats. Whaley flips it out to Trayvon, and he will scamper up near the 30. Does he have the first down with forward progress? It looks like he's a touch short. They're going to mark him about a half yard short or so a pickup of 8.
Running
for Trayvon
clock, I think you see the Bobcats probably go for it here.
Unfortunately, Bill, that is the second longest run, actually the second longest play from scrimmage tonight for Cambridge. And a 4th down and 1 situation. They'll look to the sideline again. Trayvon Williams in the backfield on the left side of Caden Whaley. And Whaley, the QB, has 3 wides to his right side. He'll keep it himself. He's hit in the backfield, and boy, I don't know if he got it or not.
Didn't even get the line of scrimmage.
Lots of penetration in the middle of that line.
The pitch was there, but he went right into the center of that defense.
I don't think he got it.
Tyler Stillion gets up out of the bottom of that one. Marshall Tigner in there as well, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
No gain for Whaley on his 5th carry of the evening. Clock showing 11:08. Stop for the moment on a change of possession. 39-7, John Glenn over Cambridge. Bobcats struggling on the offensive side of the ball tonight and in special teams at times. Again here in week number 2. Muskies shut out last week 14-0 to a good Meadowbrook team, a team that's probably going to wind up in the playoffs, you'd have to think, or is going to be right there sniffing it at the very end.
Muskies are good enough. They're going to win 8-9 games and give the Colts a lot of points out of that deal.
So a 1st down and 10 inside the Cat 30. And that's Emerson straight ahead with the run. Plunges his way for a gain of 5 to the 24-yard line, bottled up by a host of Cat defenders led by Luke Stillion.
Cole Mobilini might have been one of the first on the hit there. A couple of other Bobcats came in and helped clean up, but nice pickup on the play, about 5-6 yards.
Still looks like pretty much first teamers out there on defense here for Cambridge, too.
Well, and first teamers on offense, too.
That's
39-7.
Yeah. And I know that Matt Edwards is thinking ahead to Sheridan here, hosting them next week. We'll see what they do here. A jet sweep action. This is Blade Barkley with his first carry of the evening. They ran this play a time or two with him. He picks up maybe a yard to the 23-yard line. Just not much room right there. Good job by the Bobcat defense staying at home.
Cut it up inside that time, right into the defense. Wellmeyer in the backfield here as well. He's done a nice job. Sophomore tonight shown some quickness and promise.
Yeah, much needed boost in the running game. Here's a quick throw out. Evan Williams and Score Perkins not quite on the same page as Perkins did not have time to come back to the football around the 20-yard line, and Evan Williams with one of his few incompletions.
Yeah, he went to throw that ball, and it looked like he kind of hesitated because the score wasn't where he thought he would be. And he threw it a little short and one-hopped it. Hadn't made many of those mistakes tonight. And when you're up 39-7, yeah, nobody's paying attention.
No.
At this part watching the film tomorrow, who's watching? Right?
4th and 4 play. And a pass thrown behind by Evan Williams, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Blade Barkley, with a quick slant over the middle. And good Bobcat coverage there again by Latrell Payton and Cole Mobilini in the area right there. So the clock stopping with 8:58 to play, fourth quarter. Bobcats will get the ball back again after a turnover on downs here by John Glenn. They'll start at their own 22.
Yeah, they took over at the Cambridge 29, and one of the few times tonight they haven't been able to really do a lot with the ball. But again, you know, you're up quite a bit. Probably not really forcing it in there too much, and 4 plays and out on downs, and the Cats will send in their offense here with 8:40 and counting.
A couple of new linebacking faces in the Muskie lineup here too, as Whaley hands it off straight ahead. And near first down yardage, 10 yards there for
Jeffrey.
Is that Jeffrey again? Yep.
Cole Emerson on the stop.
Gain of 10. That'll be biggest gain of the night for Trayvon.
That's just the Bobcats' second first down of the night. Had one in the first period, now one here in the fourth.
And that is one more WB Green first down for Cambridge. Straight ahead. Gain of about 3, just ahead of the 35-yard line again, Trayvon Williams. 2nd and 7 as the clock rolls under 8 minutes to play here in the ball game from McConagha Stadium and Ed Sherman Field. 39-7. Muskies over the Bobcats.
Wellmeyer getting a piece of that stop.
And Whaley again from the pistol. And a very late pitch out behind. That was a great save by Trayvon Williams as he one-handed that pitch from behind his body and turns what could have been a turnover into a loss.
Yeah, Whaley's thinking, I'm going to keep this ball, and he tried to react to pitch it. He reacted way too late and threw it behind Jeffrey, who made a great play just to catch it.
Oh, my.
And brings up 3rd and long. That pitch was there pretty quick. And Whaley hadn't played a lot of quarterback. Had he gotten rid of it quickly, Jeffrey might have had more of a chance to throw it.
Whaley to throw on 3rd and long. Escapes pressure out of the pocket. Now scrambles outside to his left. Now looking for a block from David Moore and gets it. And he's going to be near a first down, about a yard short, a gain of 11. And the tackle by Wes Ellsworth, the junior for John Glenn. And they're going to give him forward progress. Looks like 12 yards. They're going to move the sticks again for another WB Green first down, the 3rd one of the night for Cambridge.
Couple in a row.
A little bit of a confidence boost here for the blue and white. Clock running at 6:40 to play fourth quarter. 32-point advantage for JG. Quick snap again, Whaley looking. The left-hander throws left, and it's incomplete out of the reach of intended target David Moore.
He threw the hard slider that time. That ball had, I don't know, that left-handed spin looked like a Steve Carlton slider. It came out of there and went right down to the turf.
I was thinking Steve Young.
Steve Young.
I was thinking a little Steve Young action.
Yeah. Well, you're thinking football anyway.
He's wearing blue and white.
Yeah.
Little BYU blue and white there.
There you go. That's going way back.
Yeah. I'm showing my age. There's another bobbled snap by Whaley, and he's going to be snowed under quickly at the 36-yard line.
Hit him in the hands and just dropped it, and the defense was on him before he could make any kind of move with it.
Another one of those moves I think we see receivers do it all the time when they're looking somewhere else other than watching the football into their hands, and you take that for granted, and that's what happens. So a loss of 6 for Whaley. Fortunately, doesn't turn it over.
Best drive of the night here. They've gotten put together about 7 plays and moved it from their own 23.
It's almost like 2 steps forward and 1 step back.
That's exactly what it's been. Still making those simple, fundamental mistakes.
Yep.
You know, you got to hold on to the ball.
Yep.
Hold on to the snaps.
Need some more reps. Whaley will hand it. This will be a sweep around the end. This will be Payton picking up close to the yardage lost a moment ago. We'll give him close to 6 back to the original line of scrimmage at the 42 of Cambridge. Clock running at 5:15.
He's holding that ball like the proverbial loaf of bread, too. He's lost it a time or two tonight on that same play, and that one he didn't tuck it away tightly, and it got jostled a couple of times.
Well, that's only his 3rd carry of the night. He has 19 yards of fumble with a -6 and now a 6-yard gain.
4th and 10, and the Cats are going for it.
No doubt. They need probably going to need to put it in the air here. We'll see what the lefty Caden Whaley, the junior quarterback, will do. He's got 4 receivers. Fakes the handoff on play action. Looks over the middle into the seam. And good coverage by Blade Barkley, the safety, stepping up on the intended receiver, Snyder, Carson Snyder, the intended target at the Muskie 43. And that will turn it over on downs. Muskies will have it with 4:40 to play here in this fourth quarter, BK. 39-7, John Glenn.
The clock does stop there, and see that it does look like Cambridge is going to put in some subs here. I see him trying to put together a second unit over there. See if the Muskies do the same thing on offense.
Well, we do see quite a few, looks like some new offensive linemen.
All new defense
coming out
for
there.
Cambridge.
Yep. As we expected, now the clock running, they set the ball down and play, and it'll run at the 4.5-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. And that was really one of the better moves in recent years that the OHSAA went to in high school football when they went to a 30-point advantage plus in the second half. It's really cut down on injuries, I'm sure, more than anything else, but it's cut down on some of what potential chippiness and so on could be.
Well, with not enough guys, that happens. You get a bunch of guys in this point of the game trying to make sure you got 11 out there, and Muskies 1 short. They'll take a timeout. 39-7, 4:15 left. We'll take it with them. Be back right after this. Quarterback keeper. New quarterback in there is Brad Morgan, a sophomore, 190-pounder. And he'll pick up 4 yards to the Bobcat 38-yard line on his first carry of the night.
Brad Morgan, number 5, the ball carrier.
Second team offense and defense in the game now. And for Morgan with that carry, about 5 yards.
Sophomore quarterback Brad Morgan, 5'9", 190 pounds in there right now, out of the pistol set. We'll try to get as many of these new faces, Bill and I will, on offense and defense here as much as we can with 3.5 to play here in the fourth period. And the Muskies by 32.
Yep. Coach looks over the sideline. Coach says snap it with 5 on the clock. And we're right there right now.
This is uncomfortable for John Glenn's offense tonight.
Yeah, they want to go, go, go.
Yeah, and Wellmeyer is going again and going for a first down and a pickup of 7. He's had himself a pretty solid night.
How about one more? WB Green first down?
Yes. And quite a few of them for John Glenn on the night.
That's 17 I have, unofficially. My stats are just as unofficial
and
as
I believe in high school, do they count the touchdowns also as first downs as well?
Probably, and there's a couple of there since it would have been anything beyond what would have been a first down, yeah.
First down and 10 Muskies at the Bobcat 31-yard line. Clock running at 2:40. The play clock still at 30 seconds, so John Glenn's going to take their sweet old time.
It's the football version of a 4 corners.
yeah, 4 wide receiver corners.
Just spread them out and wait for the clock to run down.
And really, it's a smart thing to do. No sense of the game's been decided for a while, and you're not putting any other young kids. A lot of these same kids are going to be playing tomorrow morning. And here's Wellmeyer again around the right end. He's got lots of real estate, first down yardage and more inside the 25 to the 20 and bang down at the 18.
And another.
WB Green first down. Thanks for that setup, partner. You're getting good at that.
Yeah. I think by the end of the year we'll be saying it in our sleep. Huh?
So 12 more for Mr. Noah Wellmeyer, a sophomore running back. Carries it for the 6th time tonight. And that is his biggest gain. He's had very sizable carries, 9, 4, 8, 9, 4, 7, and 12.
For a backup guy that probably hadn't played much and come in as a sophomore with seniors in front of you, you don't think you're going to get a lot of opportunities. But tonight I think he set himself up for more chances throughout the season.
Well, a good change of pace back, too, from a power runner in Connor and kind of a combination power and speed guy of Emerson. And John Glenn is going to need that, certainly starting next week when they host Sheridan. Clock down to 2 seconds. They snap it. And this is Wellmeyer again. He takes a big lick around the 13-yard line. Picks up 6 more yards.
Might have been Wes Ellsworth. Is that number 9? Yeah, that was a 9.
They did switch it on me. You're right, partner.
At 6 and 9, upside down.
Ellsworth, well, his father is doing the video upstairs there for us here, so we don't want to get him too upset either.
He just zoomed in on that.
Yeah, nice job, Wes Ellsworth.
Now we're in a victory formation.
And just one more play snap coming here for the Muskies here in this, what will be a 39-7 victory. A snap taken there by Brad Morgan. He'll take the knee. And this one is all but in the books. Cambridge will drop to 0-2 on the season. Muskies get their first win of the year, going to 1-1. Good news for Cambridge. They did not get shut out. The offense is still looking for its first points of the season so far. Still lots to work on, obviously, with that offensive unit, Bill. But again, you know, your heart goes out to this Bobcat defense. They fought valiantly to keep their team in it, and just to no avail tonight. Yeah,
they've shown a little bit of improvement in different phases, but they got a ways to go. The offense has to be able to hold on to the ball more than 3 plays in a row, put some points on the board, keep the defense off the field. But give the Muskies credit tonight. They showed lots of improvement from week 1 to week 2. And in many phases of the game, passing game, running game, defense did a nice job. Again, Muskie defense did not get scored on night. That was a special team play. So, they kept the Bobcats at bay. I don't think Cambridge's offense really drove it past midfield all night.
Yep. We'll take a look at the final numbers. We'll have some discussion on next week's slate of games as well. And we have our Cambridge Bobcats Power Lineman of the Week coming up. They'll receive a T-shirt from Guernsey Muskingum Electric. We'll also have our Crino's Pizza of Cambridge Bobcat Player of the Game and our Wally's Pizza and Subs Muskie Player of the Game. All that and more coming up in our postgame report as we continue on AVC Sports here on this week number 2. John Glenn over Cambridge 39-7. We're going to go back to the studio in Nash Icon FM for our radio listeners, and we're going to be hearing a final score tracker update as well. And we'll come back with the webcast and the radio broadcast as well here in our postgame report after these words on AVC Sports.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
General Wholesale, just off Southgate Parkway, carries a large selection of waxes, polishes, and all the top-of-the-line products for your street rod, truck, boat, or motorcycle. From paint guns to buffers, you'll find everything you need for the proper care and maintenance of your vehicle. On the paint side, they carry PPG paints and custom mix paint along with touch-up paint to fix rock chips and dings. They have a full-service mechanic on duty and welcome new customers. Stop by and meet the fine folks at General Wholesale. They are more than just an auto parts store.
Stoney's RV Sales and Service is a family-owned business that offers the best sales and service in the area. They provide a full-service department to handle all types of repairs and offer one of the largest parts departments in the state of Ohio. Their inventory features new and used park models, park trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold-down campers, truck campers, hybrids, ultralights, and trailers too. Visit their indoor showroom year-round and be ready for your next camping adventure. That's Stoney's RV Sales and Service on Route 40 east of Cambridge. The team at Rogers Company works hard to earn your business. Fall means cooler weather, and Rogers Company is your heating headquarters for all your heating services. They install new furnaces and provide service and maintenance. They also provide geothermal and ductless systems for both residential and commercial. To put Rogers Company to work for you, call 740-685-8677. 24-hour emergency service is also available.
Everyone goes to Theo's restaurant. Everyone goes to Theo's, my favorite restaurant. For homemade cooking, lots of fun. Theo's the place for everyone. Everyone goes to Theo's. Theo's restaurant.
Surgent Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. Their team is committed to providing an exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Their success is measured by the degree in which they exceed their clients' expectations. Currently, they're the contractor on the YMCA project and the new education center at Jurassic Park. That's Surgent Construction, the name you can trust. Like them on Facebook or online at surgent.construction.com.
For the Muskies, on their next possession is the ball snapped over the head of the Cambridge punter, made it 26-0. The Cats' lone score tonight on a special team play. Blake Brumfield picks up a fumble on the ensuing kickoff and takes it about 40 yards to the house. Andrew Phillippe's extra point was good. 26-7 was as close as the Cats would make it before Hayden Glob would take another 25-yard pass. Evan Williams, his third touchdown pass of the night. And then Anthony Perkins closing things out from 2 yards at the 4:37 mark of the third. Final score, 39-7. John Glenn over the Bobcats. The Muskies now 1-1 on the season. Bobcats dropped to 0-2. We're going to step out one more time. We'll be back. We'll have our players of the game, our final stats after these messages. Icon 107.9, 98.5. Players of the game. And each week, several local businesses help us out by sponsoring players of the game. On the Bobcat side, Creno's of Cambridge sponsoring a player of the game from the Cambridge side. They'll get a large one-item pizza, 2 liters of pop. Call Creno's Pizza of Cambridge in the Dewey Avenue Center at 740-432-2200 for pickup or delivery. Pretty good ball game tonight. Actually, the only Bobcat points tonight scored. Special teams play by Blake Brumfield. And Brumfield a week ago, a couple of interceptions for the Bobcat defense. Another solid job on the defensive side tonight. Coming up with the first points that the Cats have scored this season. He'll be our Creno's player of the game. And Guernsey Muskingum Electric sponsoring a power lineman. of the week. They're going to get a free T-shirt from Guernsey Muskingum Electric, and one of the Bobcat linemen on defense. We called his name a bunch tonight defensively. Him, of course, that's because he's got a brother on the field, and you hear Mo Bellini a lot because there's two of them. You say, man, that guy's all over the place. Well, there's two of them.
Well, and they were both all over the place.
They both were all over the place.
Make that clear.
It was kind of a coin flip, but it is a lineman kind of deal, and Cole plays close to the line. Logan doesn't. So Cole tonight will get the T-shirt from Guernsey Muskingum Electric for his efforts on the defensive side. And Cats had a goal line stand, a couple of nice stands down in there, and he was part of that. A couple of big hits on the night, and Brother Logan came up with a couple too. I don't know if we get a shirt big enough they can both share it. Maybe we can do that. 39-7, Muskies on top tonight. We're going to step out. Believe me, this is our last break. As we come back, Dave's quickly adding up his stats.
I'm out of my comfort zone here.
Definitely. Usually you turn to somebody and say, hey, Mark, you got those stats ready tonight? And
after 25 years of relying on Mark, and Jeff, and Tommy even for stuff like that. And, the shoe's on the other foot.
Hey, we did that. We'll be back right after these final messages. Thanks. McConagha Stadium as we wrap it up here. Final stats coming up here in a moment. 39-7. John Glenn over top of the Bobcats tonight. Once again, the Cats don't get the offense into the end zone. Blake Brumfield does get in on special teams, but the Muskies, it wasn't really one of those nights again where they had hundreds of yard drives, but we said short field several times, but some 8 and 9 play drives there. But a very efficient effort tonight by Evan Williams and the Muskies.
Yep, Evan Williams will get our Player of the Game honors from Wally's Pizza and Subs in New Concord. Wally's Pizza since 1978 has had the freshest salads, best subs, and pizza worth leaving home for. So stop in tonight in Cambridge or in New Concord. Cambridge 432-2617, and in New Concord 826-1234. For Wally's Pizza and Subs here in New Concord, you still got time to come in and get a post-game meal to take home. Our Player of the Game honors for John Glenn, as Bill mentioned, Evan Williams, the quarterback, a superb evening after some struggles early on after the knee surgeries last week against Meadowbrook. Unofficially 20 of 34, 188 yards, 3 TDs tonight for Evan Williams. Spreading that around to 8 different receivers tonight. So super job here by the senior quarterback, Evan Williams, who will get Wally's Pizza and Subs Player of the Game honors for John Glenn.
Yeah, one of those guys he found a lot was Reese Perkins. A couple of those touchdown passes went to Reese, as well as a 2-point conversion. Pretty good night for Reese.
Reese had another good night. He was player of the game last week at Meadowbrook. I think had about 6 catches for 60-some yards. A similar night tonight, 7 catches, 70 yards, 2 TD receptions tonight for the senior Reese Perkins, 23-yard and 4-yard touchdown receptions. Score Perkins, 4 catches, 29 yards. Blade Barkley with a catch for 5 yards. Hayden Glob, 3 catches, 40 yards, and another touchdown reception of 25 yards tonight. So Glob continues, that young receiver, to improve here tonight, both on offense and defense. Noah Wellmeyer, 2 catches, 7 yards. Brady Emerson, a catch for 16 yards. Josh Connor, 2 catches for only 2 yards. And Colt Emerson with a 9-yard reception late in the second half of play for John Glenn's unofficial 188 yards passing on the night. Rushing, they were much better tonight as well. John Glenn, Josh Connor was the feature back, got the slight bulk of the carries tonight, got the start in place of Brady Emerson tonight, where Emerson has usually been the starter more often than not. Connor gets the start tonight, and the senior power back carries 13 times for 46 yards on the evening. Anthony Perkins with 8 rushes for 16 yards. Brady Emerson with 10 rushes for 63 yards. Noah Wellmeyer, 53 yards on just 7 carries on the night. Blade Barkley with a 1-yard run, and Wes Ellsworth with a 9-yard run late in that second half of play. Unofficially, I have BK 192 yards on the ground and 188 in the air. I would certainly think that there'd be a few more smiles from the John Glenn coaching staff tonight as opposed to what it was in week 1.
Well, pretty balanced rushing and passing attack, and that's what you really like to see. And the Bobcats tonight tried to take one element of that away. They came up and kind of pressed the line a little bit. And, Brady Emerson, 63. He's that home run hitter that a couple of times tonight had some pretty decent yardage, and it looked like he was just about to pop one. Connor, he's that guy that's going to get you the tough yards inside. But I was impressed by the young kid. Wellmeyer came in there. He's got that Emerson-like kind of speed that he's probably going to take over that role in the future. But, the coaching staff's got to be very happy. 192 rushing, 188 passing. That's about as even as you're ever going to get it.
And it's probably going to look a little bit different perhaps in the stats elsewhere, but that's what we had unofficially for John Glenn. On the Cambridge side of things, Bill, really more of the same as it was last week. Unfortunately, passing, Cody Moore in the first half, 2 for 7, 13 yards, was sacked 4 times. Caden Whaley tried to come in and give the offense a spark. He was 0 for 3 passing on the night, so Cambridge 2 of 10 passing unofficially. Whaley rushed it 7 times tonight. Had a couple of nice gains mixed in between, but the 9-yard loss on the fumbled snap and a 6-yard loss on a nearly fumbled snap in which he was able to recover at the last moment and avoid a turnover. Whaley winds up with 0 net yards on the night. Cody Moore with 2 rushes for 3 yards, 1 fumble loss there. Trayvon Jeffrey, one of the few bright spots on the offense tonight for Cambridge, and they're going to need to look for him, I think, to be a kind of a stabilizing force a little bit on this offense for next week. 8 rushes for 18 yards and 3 carries tonight for Latrell Payton for 19 yards, but one of those, of course, early on was a fumble that was lost as well. So 3 fumbles lost in the running game. Another snap that went over the head of the punter, Cody Moore, earlier in the first half. So right now, Cambridge has just got to take care of some of the little things. Unofficially, with the 5 sacks that John Glenn's defense had as well, which counts off rushing yards lost, not passing yards in the high school game. Minus 37 in sacks. I had 40 rushing unofficially, so only a net yards of 3 rushing yards tonight, which is still better than minus 17, but obviously it's not going to be enough to win you very many games. So only 13 yards in the air and 3 I had unofficially for about 16 yards of total offense.
Yeah, the Bobcats struggled, but again, as we said a couple of times tonight, you got to credit John Glenn defense a lot for that, and John Glenn's offense. They put a lot of pressure on you because they're going to put up some points, and maybe making the effort of Meadowbrook that first week a little more special because John Glenn's being shut out in that game. That says volumes when you see how explosive the Muskies were tonight.
Yeah, John Glenn, we're going to see. We saw. With any high school team, you're going to see, either little improvement or big improvement from week 1 to 2. Now we're going to see what kind of improvement that improvement tonight that John Glenn had is going to really be put to the test when they face Sheridan here at home next Friday night.
You clicked the competition up a couple of notches with Sheridan, certainly Tri-Valley down the road, and a few other MVL teams. So, yeah, it's a good night for the Muskies to kind of get things underway and take that step in the right direction and before the game.
And the Bobcats, even though will not be on one of our featured games on AVC Sports next week, they've got another tough battle in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they will have Warren local.
Next week too. Yeah,
a couple of weeks. Warren local, a road game, but that's a game they won a year ago. Hoping that could be something that they get going. A couple of changes to Cambridge's schedule this year. It still starts pretty tough. Indian Creek's been in the playoffs just about every year in the last 10 years, and John Glenn very likewise. So to start the season against two teams like that, it's hard to gauge where are you really.
Absolutely.
Yes, the Cats have some work to do. Anybody that's watched them for 2 weeks knows that. But, they maybe get it against a team that's got the similar kinds of issues. They'll be more competitive.
Yeah, hopefully for Cambridge, they're going to be facing a Warren team, and Warren's been a team that's had struggles in their football program for a few years. So hopefully things will get right for them a little bit, at least 1 week later than it did for John Glenn, but hopefully they'll get into the win column next week. Next week on our AVC Sports stations, KC 105 will have Reigning Sports Academy. Where are they from? I don't even know. They're at Shenandoah. Next Friday night, Barnesville will face Buckeye Trail on 93.5 FM.
Barnesville giving Meadowbrook tonight all they wanted.
How about that? That Dowler Trophy game, I'm telling you, you cannot figure out. One team looks like they're a favorite, and the complete opposite happens all too many times. Last score we had 35-27.
35-27 was the last update I had. 42-27 final.
Oh, my.
The Shamrocks.
Unbelievable.
Knock off the Colts.
It just goes to show you, I mean, this game, we see it in college football every week. I mean, games are unpredictable. I know. These teams are so unpredictable to what you see week to week, even when it looks like it's a sure kind of thing. But that Dowler Trophy game has been one of the best rivalries in the area between Barnesville and Meadowbrook, where as far as unpredictability goes.
Yeah.
So Barnesville, after getting another win here tonight, they'll be playing at Buckeye Trail next week on 93.5. As we said here on Nash Icon, John Glenn will be hosting Sheridan. Mike Snively will be joining me for that. And then Meadowbrook will be on the road to try and get back in the win column again after a 1-1 start, which we didn't see happening. We saw them going into that game 2-0. But
Barnesville, you like their chances now to run the table a little bit and get into the postseason. And when we've had the old right-hander Mike Snively in the bullpen waiting for a couple weeks to get in action, here he comes. So he should be good and loose.
Yep. And then Tommy Strasser and Mark Withrow have Meadowbrook and St. Clairsville on 97.7 FM. It's been a long time since you and I have worked together here, bud.
Yeah,
many years.
I had fun.
I did
too. We got to do different stuff. That's okay.
It was a little different night. Thanks again, Adam Green and Cam Summers, for taking care of our webcast video tonight as well.
And the multitude of engineers back at AVC headquarters. We got Kim Davis, Ethan Vincent, and a host of others. They help us break down food and film back there as we do all of our pregame warm-up stuff.
That's with you and Tommy.
Yes.
Thanks again to Justin Ames back there, too, doing a lot of good stuff there behind the scenes as well. We got a lot of new faces back there, so a good job one and all here tonight on the audio and the video pictures. Thanks again to our video stream broadcast sponsors tonight, General Wholesale, Rogers Company, Surgent Construction, Stoney's RV, and Theo's Restaurant.
Yay.
All right, partner.
Thanks.
Good luck next week.
Yeah, you too.
You're traveling. You going to go down to Warren to?
I'll be there.
View that.
Yes.
All right.
So
we'll see. I guess we'll see you back
on the airwaves. I don't know if you can get there from here, but I'll get there.
Down to Vincent.
Yes.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks then. All right. Thanks a lot to everybody back in the studio. For all the audio and video gang here, Bill Kafuri and Dave Davidson saying good night from McConagha Stadium in New Concord. For this final score, once again, John Glenn 39 and Cambridge 7. Don't forget, tomorrow on 97.7 FM, Ohio State football, 10:30 pregame with a 12 o'clock kickoff against the University of Cincinnati on our AVC sports stations. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Cambridge versus John Glenn High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by General Wholesale, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, The Rogers Company, Theo's Restaurant, and Surgent Construction. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.